Minnesota Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell said, "What about Darren Mougey?" I'm intrigued. We'll talk about it with a special guest. Boy Green Daily, the day after July 4th, starts now.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time. To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. We're here on Sunday, July 5th, baby. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you guys like the video and hit subscribe here on the show. I appreciate all the love so far. I see the PK Jet fan and Espresso Club member saying, "Good morning, everyone. Some storm we had here last night where I live. Sitting here with no power still. At least we can enjoy some Boy Green." See, it's all about priorities, people. And PK Jet fan, you've got your priorities straight. Some people, power for their family to be able to eat, drink, and sleep. But you, my friend, Boy Green Daily, that's what you should be using your bandwidth on. I respect it. Also, I respect when memberships are being gifted from the high heavens. Mother effing chew, baby. Toot, toot, mother. Thank you, MFC. That is $9 worth of raffle tickets so far this month. We'll promote that here in a second. That went to It's All Love. Oh, what a beautiful member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. It's all love. That's what we need more in our world. So thank you, It's All Love. Thank you, MFC. And we've got it. I'll plug it, and then we'll get our guests in. We have a special raffle prize this month. Normally, raffle tickets are only $3 on the channel. This month, they're $25, but that's because you could win 2 tickets in Section 118 to party with us, 2 field access tickets before the game to touch the field, and 2 full tailgate passes where you will have access to the professionally catered food by Chef Kevin Gilbert, and, of course, drinks, non-alcoholic water and Gatorade. All of that is available for potentially just $25. You could buy as many raffle tickets as you'd like. But obviously, if you have one, you have a shot. And the scrolling ticker is everyone that's in a raffle so far. We have about 10 raffle tickets in total committed to this raffle. It's a $600 plus value. Going to an NFL game is expensive. You have a chance to take you and a friend for $25. You can't beat that price. So, again, you can PayPal or Venmo me at BoyGreen25 with your first and last name and your email, whether you're listening on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, the audio-only version of the show on Spotify, Apple, Amazon. If you're listening to this after, this contest is going on throughout the entire month of July. So, folks, good luck. Get it for yourself. Get it for a friend. Get it for a family member. Do whatever you want. Or get it for – here's what I would do personally. I mean, this sort of seems messed up, and it just hit me in my head. If I was a Jets content creator out there in the universe, grab this, take the prize for yourself, and give it away on your channel or something. Do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. But there you go. 2 tickets, 2 field access tickets, 2 full tailgate passes. I don't know how the hell we're able to do this, but me and Woody are doing this throughout the entire month of July. Enjoy, baby. Jets Browns, biggest giveaway in Boy Green Daily history. But speaking of content creators, let's bring them in.
This is Jets Worldwide. Wide.
World now encompasses Wesley Gashdarn Walker. A huge congratulations to the JWW crew for bringing in an absolute legend into the show on Friday. Snowball, Johnny Boy. I don't even know how you guys still remember my name after that Wesley Walker interview, but I'm glad that you still made the show this weekend. Yes.
Yeah, we always remember you.
No. Wow. Thank you.
Never
That didn't sound like a compliment at all, but thank you for that.
Well, sometimes you remember people for certain reasons, and we'll never forget you.
Thank you for saying that. Good morning, Johnny Boy, with what's that, the Jets Worldwide cruise stuff? What are we wearing there? Ooh, Hulk Hogan. Nice. All right. A real American.
I am a real.
Yeah, that's a spectacular Hulk Hogan impression.
Hey,
Thank you.
where was that from? You remember?
WrestleMania 3, of course.
Yeah, Skippy, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I love America, man. Last
Sure.
night, just it was awesome. It being able to just be there. Everybody's rocking their red, white, and blue. Everybody's just together, grilling in the pool, blowing stuff up. Awesome time.
That's about as America as it gets, Johnny Boy. So, amen. Appreciate it. It's great to have each of you in here. If you guys are here for the topic matter at hand, we have an article in the YouTube description down below. And to me, it is muy interesante. That's a language I know Johnny Boy can understand. So let's get into it here. This to me was fascinating. Kevin O'Connell, the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, was doing a Zoom call ahead of the golf outing. He's participating in the American Century Championship, which Jets fans know because that's what Aaron Rodgers was competing in during all his years with the Jets. It's a huge celebrity golf tournament with a bunch of people. And he was asked, I don't know who was on this call that asked him about Darren Mougey on a media availability for a golf charity event, but whoever did, thank you out there in the audience. And he had some raving things to say about Darren Mougey and says he's been texting him all off season. Interesting. Here is what he had to say. Quote, most of the time I was complimenting him on whether it was a great draft they had or how they handled some of their internal situations getting their running back, Breece Hall, re-signed. I just think the plan that he's had has been really well thought out. It's one thing. A lot of teams put the time and energy into having as much good planning as you can, but it's about the execution of those plans. The way Darren has gone about it doesn't surprise me. I know there's not a day Darren shows up to work that he doesn't feel prepared, and I think that's proving to be the case. He's not afraid to make difficult decisions, and I think that's because it's in alignment with the process that he has. He's attempting to execute a vision that he has for this organization. As a former Jet, it's always good to see the organization in good hands, and they certainly are with Darren and AG, of course, referencing head coach Aaron Glenn. For those who don't know, Darren Mougey and Kevin O'Connell were former quarterback teammates at San Diego State. They have that connection. Now, I want to say this off the top, and I feel this way about this entire panel. It's interesting that this topic happens to be here for us today. We're all AG truthers. I love AG. I want AG to turn this around. I don't think there's a better story in sports of AG being the one to potentially turn this around as a former first-round pick of the Jets in 1994. I want him to be the guy. I am confident going into the season. I'm excited for the season. I wish it was tomorrow. However, I won't lie. When I saw these words by Kevin O'Connell, it got my juices flowing a little bit to think, if this doesn't work out with AG, Kevin O'Connell loves Darren Mougey, and, he's an offensive guy. He's been a proven coach in the league. He's a winning coach. He's had multiple 13-plus win seasons. We've never had one 12-plus win season in our career, in our the history of the Jets. We've had a 12-win season once. It was in 1998. Kevin O'Connell has done that twice already for the Vikings. So this guy's a proven guy. He's an offensive guy, and he loves Darren Mougey. So it just started getting me percolating a little bit. But first, let's break it up into a few layers here. Snowball, your thoughts on those comments of Kevin O'Connell praising one Darren Mougey?
You never burn a bridge. You always leave doors open, and he's a smart man. He obviously thinks that Kyler Murray is going to suck this season. So, there's that. And to be honest, I don't blame him. Former teammates at San Diego State. He has a connection to Mougey. So smart man to keep things open, and I hope it's very Jet-like for things like this to happen, because probably Aaron Glenn will do a fantastic job this season, and Kevin O'Connell will be made available, and we won't take him, and that's what I think is going to happen.
So let me ask you real quick, Snowball, before we go to Johnny Boy. Do you believe that this is just Kevin O'Connell praising a former teammate? And he must have, I doubt, I haven't heard this Zoom call. I don't know if it's public information or the media members just quoted it from when I was doing light research about it. So I'm sure he didn't just say, all right, guys, let me give you an opening statement on Jets general manager Darren Mougey. I'm sure he was asked about it, which is why all these answers exist out there in the universe. But do you believe it was simply praise? He's asked about his former college teammate. He said, yeah, he's awesome. Is that all it was, do you think?
The NFL is a business.
Yeah.
It's a business. And it's a smart business decision on his part to, again, keep the door open. My old buddy is the general manager of the New York Jets, and maybe I don't have that much faith in the season this year. So
interesting.
Maybe. And see what the media says about Aaron Glenn in the New York media. Sure. There's all these puzzle pieces probably coming together. So we'll see. I hope he makes the playoffs this year.
Who?
I'll leave that for everyone to decide.
Interesting. All right, let's go to Mr. America. What did you make of the comments by KOC to DM?
So I read this article on heavy.com by this awesome digital reporter by the name of Paul Esden Jr. And it really was intriguing to me because, again, just like what just Snowball said, you can't burn bridges, right? So,
I mean, you can.
You can, but there's been a lot of talk, a lot of conversation about, the unhappiness supposedly over there with the Vikings, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Which, by the way, just real quick on that, Kevin O'Connell, the context, if people don't know, before Kevin O'Connell signed an extension, which, by the way, he's under contract through 2029, a long time he's under contract. But before that, there was a lot of rumors. Jay Glazer reported that he could be traded. Kevin O'Connell could be, as a head coach, traded to somebody else with his very proven track record. That's how much drama was going on. And Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, his general manager that was tied with him, got fired. So, yeah, there's a lot of unrest there, Johnny Boy. Go ahead.
So, is it intriguing to answer your question? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But if you kind of spin that question to me in a different manner,
okay.
And are you do I like it? I would say no, I don't.
You don't like what? What don't you like?
I don't like that somebody's asking about the Darren Mougey stuff, or because as of to right now, there's been no type of issues. There's no type of quarrel between Mougey, Glenn, and the thing that I don't like is that's trying to kind of poke the fire a little bit.
Didn't that random fat radio host say this offseason that Darren Mougey was telling people he hates Aaron Glenn or something at the Senior Bowl or something? Well, what's that fat radio host name?
Carl.
No. It's something. Oh, Sean Marash. That's him. Yeah.
I just want to say Carl. That was all.
Yeah.
Anyways, he tried to do that, and how did that work out for him? He got blasted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the people are like, what? Nah, dog. This is not it. Stop trying to make stuff up that wasn't happening, because people that were actually there were like, yo, they're talking great about each other. And then they had a presser and they spoke nice about each other and saying how much they were a team. And that was coming from Mougey. So but that's what I'm talking about, BG. It's that trying to essentially, stir the pot. And does Glenn have a lot to prove? I think it's Glenn and Mougey that has a lot to prove still, because at the end of the day, they only won 3 games last year. It's cool that, every great move that the Jets do, it's all Mougey, but every crap decision that's done or move, that's on Glenn. And
you got it right.
I don't think that's fair or right at all. So, but I did like that you did put something there too. So first off, again, your report was awesome, because the way you broke it down, I really liked it a lot. Because there's different parts of it, and So, and if anybody, again, this man's work ethic is crazy because even though he does all these shows and 50 other billion things that he does, at like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, he's like, yo, I gotta write this report still. And he knocks it out. So, and then he's like, oh, gotta do Boy Green Daily in the morning. Why did I choose 7:30? So that's
passion.
So, but yeah, to answer your question,
yeah,
it is interesting.
Okay. Well, I want to go to Barbara. Love Barbara. She's going to be back at her tailgate, second straight appearance. Barbara says, how do we know it's not the other way around? That the Vikings don't want to steal Mougey to get the Vikings to that next level and get over the hump. So Kevin O'Connell saying it to steal Mougey. Well, Barbara, it's a good question. I'm glad he asked it. They just hired a general manager, and his name is Nolan Teasley. What a name. They just grabbed him from the Seattle Seahawks. So unless the Jets totally implode and light on fire, and Aaron Glenn and Darren Mougey are fired, and then Darren Mougey is just like a hired mission man to the Vikings, not as general manager, obviously, as just a lieutenant, maybe that's possible. Kevin O'Connell works that in. Although if I was Nolan, I'd be a little nervous. Kevin O'Connell gets his best friend here. There was a former general manager. Like, that guy's going to try to replace me. So I'd be a little nervous if I was Nolan about that. But no, I think it's a mix of everything, which is like the common answer of everything. It's always a little bit A, a little bit of B. I think it's his former teammate and friend, so naturally he's going to say good things about him, and he's always said good things about him. Even before Darren Mougey made a move, Kevin O'Connell at the owners' meetings joined Eric Allen on the set last year and praised the crap out of Darren Mougey for finally getting this shot and all kinds of wonderful things about him. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. But to me, I wrote it in the piece. It plants a seed to make us go, let's put a little pin in that. Because if the Viking season goes to crap, as Snowball hinted, it's possible with Kyler Murray and Lights on Fire or J.J. McCarthy, for God forbid, the Vikings after the year could go like, damn, Kevin O'Connell's like, you know what? I want out. This is crap. I want absolute out of here. And then they negotiate a trade to the Jets. And I will just say this. I want Aaron Glenn to work out. I want Aaron Glenn to work out. I want Aaron Glenn to work out. And I want Aaron Glenn to work out. So I hope that this is merely a passing thought on a July 5th episode of Boy Green Daily, and hopefully Aaron Glenn's the guy. If this fails this year, next year, any year, I normally don't like picking types because, like, there's successes and failures at both. There's been failures of offense coordinators, failures of defense coordinator being the guy. But for the Jets' 26 years of this century so far, they've been primarily defensive head coaches. Outside of Adam Gase, who is a disaster, it's been defensive guys. And Adam Gase, of course, clearly failed. But that was one whack at the piñata. If Aaron Glenn fails, I want an offensive guy next time. Kevin O'Connell would be awesome, but an offensive guy just in general, because typically whatever the head coach's specialty is what he focuses on naturally. So if it's an offensive guy, normally the offense is a little better than the defense. If it's a defensive guy, the defense is a little better than the offense. If the Jets are going to die, I'd rather die 50-45 as opposed to these 13-6 scores. These are killing me. It's taking years off my life. I was looking in the mirror this morning when I woke up, and I'm like, Jesus, look at all this gray, man. I just have clumps of gray and silver, and it's because of the gosh darn Jets. It's losing these games 13-6. It's razor blades and lemon juice. So I would absolutely love an offensive guy. Again, I hope Aaron Glenn works out. But if it fails, I definitely want an offensive coach the next time around, because we've just gone through so much caveman crap offensively that I'm just ready for change. Even if it fails again, so be it. But, you can't be afraid to make a mistake. I would love an offensive guy after the fact. Do either of you feel the same way? Or, like, again, just best head coach, you don't care if it's special teams, offense coordinator, or defense coordinator? Johnny Boy, we'll start with you.
Who do I want? If
Aaron Glenn flops, again, hopefully not, but if he fails and we're hiring a new guy, do you want it to be an offensive coach or whoever the best guy is? It doesn't matter whether it's offense, defense, or special teams.
I want a coach that can get the damn job done. I don't care if it's offense, defense, special teams, or whatever. Right. Because, again, taking over the New York Jets, it's a tough job in itself. It's not made for everybody. And So I'm gonna go back and piggyback off of what Wesley Walker was talking about, the types of coaches that are
Wesley
out.
Walker?
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to Wesley Walker. Being on the show, he talked about how
What
much
show are you talking about?
Jets Worldwide, baby. Come check us out at Jets Worldwide. All one
So
word.
that was on Friday night at 7:30. It's now on demand. The Wesley Walker interview that Snowball and
yeah.
Johnny Boy performed, where callers were able to call into the show and ask questions to New York Jets legend Wesley Walker. I'm just making sure I understand.
Yes, sir. That's definitely the one right there. And
Okay.
it was awesome to see a lot of the individuals that called in and just seeing them light up to be able to speak to Wesley Walker, who was a pivotal individual of their childhood, and
Sure.
what it meant to see a person that had I'm not even going to say it's a disability, but I don't know what other word to use at this current moment because it's, I'm tired. But so he didn't let a disability define him,
Right.
which was awesome. And he kept pushing forward. But I'm going to say this. I want a coach that is going to be able to elevate the individual player and be able to constantly teach. And that's exactly what Wesley Walker was talking about. And he was saying, yeah, I had coaches that coached Wesley Walker, but never really taught me. And there was only 2 coaches in his entire amateur to pro career that really was able to elevate his actual game. So if that makes sense of what I'm saying to you, BG, I don't know, but
absolutely not. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Snowball.
I just look. The last coach that just won it was a defensive guy that took over the defensive, and that's all he did. He made that, and you saw what it did with Seattle. They shit on the Patriots, which was great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly.
So it's just you need a guy, man, that understands the players, and I think we have that with Glenn.
No, I hope so, and I love it. You don't discriminate. That's beautiful. You said, "Hep, any coach will do." You don't care. All right, let's punt it over Snowball. Maybe he'll join on the same bandwagon again. If Aaron Glenn does not work out, we all hope he does, of course. But if he doesn't work out, and the Jets are hiring a head coach next offseason, do you have a preference of whether that guy has an offensive background, defensive background, special teams background, or anything in between, or no, simply the best guy? None of that would matter to you.
I thank you for the reclarification of the question.
Thank you. Of course.
Sometimes I have a tendency to forget the questions as we proceed. But who wouldn't want a head coach that lights up the scoreboard? Like everybody wants that, right? They want the fanfare, they want the confetti, they want the points. We want the score to have a 2 in it and have that be the first number and not the second number, right? So or maybe we want higher than that anyway. But what I'm saying is, and God forbid, right? Being the Aaron Truthers that we are, okay?
Yes.
We wish him the best. 1 year does not make a man. Okay. We saw him go 3-14, and it was a shitty year, and he made some mistakes. And who doesn't make mistakes when they first try something? I'm sure your first time you made some mistakes, right?
We're all human.
Yeah. So, listen, I didn't marry the first girl I dated. So, that's something, right? Right. So anyway, everyone can make mistakes. We
player.
We hope that thank you. We hope that people learn. Right? Being a teacher, I believe in education. So I believe that people should learn from their mistakes. Aaron Glenn should be better this season. The team should be better because of the draft that we had. We should be better because the general manager is making all the right moves according to Kevin O'Connell. I would, in case Aaron Glenn poops the bed this season, next season we're looking for an offensive head coach. In my opinion, offensive head coach. Yes,
100%.
I think that's what you're looking for. But history has shown, but history has shown throughout the NFL that it's kind of like a 50-50 shot, right? With defensive head coaches and offensive head coaches, but we're somewhere in the middle with that. I think it hovers around, it's got to hover around the 50% range, in the 50s. I believe it could be 59.
I would assume,
right?
Because you have guys like Belichick who have won Well, he's won more than that. I was going to say 6, which is true. I mean, he's won them as defensive coordinators too. So he has 8 Super Bowl rings, but right, he's won 6. Tomlin, right? You go through. There's been a ton, and it goes beyond those. Obviously, there's been a ton of guys. There's been all over. There's been special teams. John Harbaugh is a special teams guy. That's where he cut his teeth, winning it. So yeah, there's been all kinds, but yeah, I think it's just that they have done it forever in the 26 years. And of course, there's been successes with the defensive guys, but naturally, you should have some success if you hire that many coaches, which they have. They're not the Steelers. They haven't had 3 coaches in 75 years. I wouldn't even know what to do with that information if we had only 3 coaches over 75 years, which is crazy. But yes, Johnny Boy, you've been patiently either waiting for a high five or to be called upon, or both.
Both.
Okay.
I tried.
Whoa, BG, calm your freaky.
Oh, here we go. Anywho, go ahead. Proceed.
Let me throw a wrinkle in there for you.
Okay. I was about to say I like wrinkles, but I don't. Go ahead.
All right. Peep this out. Another name in the hat.
Okay.
KOC or the national title coach and Signetti that both Omar and D'Angelo talked highly about, that said, we're going to win the national title this year, and we won it. We're going to make JMU relevant, and they did that.
Yeah, I'll take
all
KOC.
that. Okay. Snowball?
Because KOC is a proven guy at the NFL level. He's proven he could call offenses. He's proven he can win games. He's been a head coach for 4 years with the Vikings. 3 of his 4 years have been winning seasons. 9-8, 13 wins, 14 wins. That's incredible. And while, again, it's sort of like, well, we could have a boat or we could have the box. The box could be empty. Maybe a boat. We haven't seen Kurt Signetti at the NFL level, so I don't know if he's going to be a success or failure. Maybe he's the next big thing, but maybe he's not. I'll take the thing I know. Thank you very much. The offensive guy, the successful guy, those boxes are, and former Jet, of course, Jets quarterback. He even mentioned it, one of his answers, as a former Jet. Oh, there he is, Kevin O'Connell. That we
pulling at the strings. Pulling at the he knows. He knows how to pull at them strings, bro. Because I when he said that, I was like, "You mother sucker,
dude!" Right?
Yeah, he's been there for he was there for 3 years or something. So he was there a while. He didn't really do anything, but he was there. 2? I think it was.
I think it was 2.
Let me Google that.
It was 2. I think it was.
Let me see.
2009 to 2011.
So that would be how many? Wait, so he was there in 09, he was there in 10, and he was there in 11, sir. So that would be 3 seasons.
3, sir, 3.
Which is what I said. So apologize.
I said
I'm
3.
Never wrong.
I said 3.
You said 2.
I said 3.
Anywho, but so I'd go KOC, but Snowball KOC.
Yeah, what's the average career length of an NFL player?
3 years.
3 years, right? So although, we have a couple of former players of Signetti's, but by the time he gets here, their careers could be not ending, but they could be traded. They could be moving on. And what I agree. Take the KOC train and deal with the good stuff. The one the one with the proven track record in the NFL. Not saying in college, but in the NFL. Not that I don't love you, Johnny Boy, and I love your creativity, and you're always thinking outside the box, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Kevin O'Connell.
But I would say if we had the number 1 overall pick, again, the Jets kept Aaron Glenn, so I guess it wouldn't have mattered. But if somehow we were available and we had the number 1 pick and could get Kurt Signetti, and that was the sales pitch, pairing them together is intriguing because we just saw the success. So that would be more interesting to me as a possible. And nothing against Kurt, and I don't think he's ever come to the NFL based on his comments anyway, but that would be the one that's more intriguing to pair a quarterback and head coach together to. Snowball's point, the average length of an NFL career is 3 years. So with all due respect, a random corner and a random wide receiver to the greater scope of taking a head coach seems, that
But
seems like a leap. But your quarterback, number 1 overall pick, you should be there for a decade plus if you played your cards right. So that'd be the difference. Okay, please.
BG, if
Yeah, sure.
this scenario that AG is gone, which I said it on the show, I don't think that I don't think he leaves next year anyway.
Okay.
Right. But
Okay.
it is really appealing with the 3 first round picks that we have next year.
We're going to be attractive, even if the Jets suck this year. Let's say
yes,
they're 2-15 or something. God, I hope not. I can't go through another one of the. I mean, I can. I clearly have. I just went through a 2-14 season 6 years ago, so I guess anything's possible. But if they're terrible, the Jets are still going to be one of the most attractive landing spots, and I don't give a flying hoot who else is open. To have 3 number 1 picks, to have the $100+ million in cap space, like the Jets are going to be, and all the talent that's on the roster, they're going to be the Jets will probably be able to get basically anyone they want. If Tomlin wants to come out of retirement, the KOC trade, somebody else surprising enters the mix. That happens all the time with surprise firings. The Jets will be in the driver's seat. That's the good news for Jet fans. That, again, I hope we win, and then we figure out the rest later. Hopefully the Colts are terrible. We get our pick that way, but I want us to just win, be competitive, be in the playoffs. Let's go on a run, and then we'll worry about next year when we get to next year. That's what I'm hoping. But no matter what happens, that'll be the silver lining. If we're going through a shitty season, we're 2-10. God, I hope not. But if we're 2-10, my silver lining to all you guys will be like, guys, this sucks. We've been through a lot of these seasons. They stink. Look at the light at the end of that tunnel with 3 number 1s and everything else that is waiting for us. And, I hate to sell off-season talk in the off-season ahead of season. So hopefully it's season talk we're having here. But that's the light at the end of the tunnel, that no matter what, like for some teams that just stink, they're like, oh, God, this is terrible. There's no light. For us, there's a unique light because of our assets and resources.
I'm just my thing with KOC, like, do I like it? I do. Because I mean, even on the heavy.com article that was written by our guy Paul Esden Jr., he made sure that KOC said and made sure to put it in the article that what Glenn and Mougey are doing with the Jets looks good. So again, going to that, don't burn any kind of bridges and anything. But at the end of the day, for me with KOC, I get the whole, like, offensive mind, and he's talented, and we as Jet guys are starving for points, et cetera, et cetera. But what I think about is he didn't bring back Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold pieced out, and should he have brought him back? I think so. They were putting all their money in a guy that can't stay healthy, it seems like, in the rookie that they had before. I don't even think he was a rookie anymore at that point, but
yeah, he was
second year, I think.
No, so JJ McCarthy was a rookie and Sam Darnold was there at the same time. And then they were battling it out. It appeared by reporting that Sam Darnold was going to win the job anyway, but JJ McCarthy was looking okay in preseason. Then he gets hurt. He's out for the year. And then Sam Darnold has a crazy year. And then they're heading into year 2 and they're like, damn, what do we do? We took this guy in the top 10 of the draft and then we have Sam Darnold as a free agent. Well, we took the guy with the top 10 pick. All right, Sam, see ya. And then Sam, of course, goes to Seattle, wins the Super Bowl. So yeah, that's, it's hard. It's hard to blame that. I know a lot of people are raking the Vikings over the Colts for that decision. It's difficult. The Cardinals did it right. They took Josh Rosen and said, "Yikes!" A year later, Kyler Murray. So the Vikings could have done that. Signed Sam Darnold to a crazy deal. They offered him apparently only a 1-year deal, and Sam's like, "Suck it! I am not coming back here to a 1-year deal because I know why you're giving me a 1-year deal. You have this top 10 pick right there, and I'm not going to go to the bench because you're like half committing to me. You either commit to me and I'm the guy and I'll be here, or no, I'm out." And that's ultimately what happened there. So I want to ask this because I see this from Sacchetti. Well, actually, 2 things here. First off, Amazing news. Hop on Pop says, shout out to the Coffee Club. We've already raised $550 for the Hop on Pop Wounded Warrior 50/50 raffle, which, again, in case you guys missed yesterday, I'll take this comment off the screen from Pop for a second. We did this last year. We raised over $2,000 for charity. We're hoping to top that number this year. And we have started it months ahead of time than what we did last year. So hopefully that allows us to raise more money. So a Hop on Pop Wounded Warrior 50/50 raffle. You guys can send your donations. So don't send them on YouTube. Don't send them to me. You're sending them to this handle I'm about to say if you guys want to support our Wounded Warrior charity. On Venmo or PayPal, it's at Hop on Pop 22. HOPONPOP digits 22 are the Venmo or PayPal. And all you'll need to do is give your first and last name and an email, because if you win anything, we want to make sure that we throw it back to you. So whatever the overall prize pot is, which right now is $550, the winner of this at the tailgate, which we'll announce, gets 50% of the proceeds. The other 50% goes to a Wounded Warrior Project. And the top 3 contributors will each get a prize pack of autographed activity and other gifts and prizes to honor those, because the 50/50 raffle winner is random, but we want to make sure we honor the top 3 contributors. So we've already raised $550. So thank you, everybody. Hopefully we can raise, like I said, even more next year would be spectacular, or this year, excuse me, would be amazing. So again, continue to send those in. Pop, thank you for the update again. $550 already so far in day number 1. That is pretty amazing. And thank you to Pop for organizing that. That is terrific. A cause close to both of our hearts, which I very much appreciate. So thank you, everybody out there in the audience. But no, the question I want to ask you guys, because I see this from Mark Sacchetti, he's like, and let me read it in a voice to you. I'm sorry, did KOC win a Super Bowl or something? Last time I checked, he hasn't. So interesting. So let's go here to old Kevin O'Connell and talk about it. As a matter of fact, he did win a Super Bowl as an assistant coach. So you may want to check again, Mark Sacchetti. Boom! With the Rams. But that's neither here nor there. Roasted. But no. What I did want to ask you guys, though, is on a scale of 1 to 10, okay? 1, you think he's just a terrible coach and he's got nothing. Or 10, you think he's bona fide the real deal. There's 0 questions about him. He's like a superstar head coach. So 10, superstar head coach. 1, like, he stinks. He's crap. He's one of the worst coaches in the league. Where does he rank on this scale? Because I want to make sure I'm not blowing it up here, that I'm not overhyping Kevin O'Connell and saying he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, when apparently some around here it's like, best of biscuits, which is interesting for the Jets fan base, but that's neither here nor there. So we'll go around. Johnny Boy, we'll start with you again. 1, shitty coach. 10, the greatest coach of all time. Where does he sort of stand on the rankings of how you perceive Kevin O'Connell as a head coach?
I'd probably give him a 7. I would say a 7.
All right. Okay.
You know, I think he's proven that he's done with over there. The reason I say a 7, because, I mean, when you have your star wide receiver come out from Justin Jefferson, kind of talk about, hey, I rather catch balls from Sam Darnold than McCarthy. What does that tell you? So there's some riff in there, man, that, but when you win, it masks all the bullshit that's out there. So, but a 7, he's done really well.
Of course he
always,
has.
the offense has always been top. So 7.
All right. 7. Life,
7.
liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Dude, I was singing that shit.
I was in the car.
Life.
I was just driving. I'm just going, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. 1776. I was just, and I'm like, what am I doing? So shout out to Mr. Famous Fulton, wherever you are. I was just singing that to myself, and people are in the car looking at me. Yeah, of course. When I was at a red light, I was strumming. Yeah, I was strumming.
That was me,
my fake ukulele.
Yep, I was like, bring life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Such a catchy song.
1776. I need to tune my ukulele. I was just making shit up as I was going.
Yeah. Eventually I get past the lines and I just can't keep it going. So, but I lost it. So, okay, you're a 7. Okay, that's probably not the first 7 you've picked out. All right, let's go to Snowball here.
I have negatives.
Hey, they all add up. I heard someone say that the other day. They're like, "Hey, man, yeah, I may have had an 8, but 2 2s, a 3, and a 4." And I'm like, yeah, that's how it works. All right, so snowball. 1,
Uh,
worst coach of all time. 10, greatest coach of all time. How you perceive him to be in terms of his quality of coach. Again, because apparently, according to old Mark Sacchetti, I'm blowing smoke up his skivvies. What do you say on KOC?
I'm going to defend Mark, and Mark
Ooh.
said that if you look a little further down in his comments,
Oh, wait, let
right,
me see.
he
Okay.
did back it up, right? He did back up his reasoning for it. He said, obviously he said that did he win a Super Bowl or something? And he was an assistant coach with the Rams when he did win a Super Bowl. He wasn't the head coach. So, Mark, you're right that way. He wasn't the head coach. But on a scale of 1 to 10, when you first asked, I said, you know what? He's probably like a 7.9, like in my mind, right? He's not an 8, but he's a 7.9. Being that, I mean, how many times has he made the playoffs with the Vikings? Right?
Twice.
Twice. In how many years? 3?
4.
4.
So he said 4. The 2 years they made it was, of course, the 13-win season, 14-win season. He just had the 9-win season last year, but obviously they didn't make the playoffs. And then they had 1 year where they had 7 wins. That's the lowest he's ever had.
Yeah. So the year before, he had a 14-win season with Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got rid of Sam Darnold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? I mean, I understand your reasoning, your explanation before.
That would be my assumption, right? Yeah.
Right. But if you're the head coach, and I don't know how much of a say a head coach has in the retention of players.
Right.
But if you have a 14-win season with a guy,
yeah,
and you don't like light a torch and bring a sledgehammer to the meeting when it comes time to either keep or deal Sam Darnold, for me, like having that, I mean, us Jet fans, I mean, we definitely we should have in hindsight, but you keep Sam Darnold, right?
Well, I just hope plans can change. To your point, because obviously you take J.J. McCarthy, a top 10 pick, you hope he's your franchise quarterback for 30 years. But he gets hurt and he's behind the scenes. You have Sam Darnold, right? And your initial plan was, J.J. McCarthy's the guy. Sam Darnold's maybe this bridge. He plays a few games, hands it off to J.J. J.J.'s your guy for 20 years. When J.J. gets hurt out for season and Sam Darnold is the guy, and right to the 14-win season, I'm Kevin O'Connell going to that room. Yeah, that was our plan. We got punched in the face. The plan changed. We got to bring back Sam. Look at this. Yeah, who knows if he actually said that in the room? We don't know, of course.
So now you have a rookie quarterback coming back from injury.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, this is a good situation.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, I guess that's why that GM got fired.
Yeah, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah. Yeah, I assume so. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
7.9.
So 7.9. Okay. Well, I want to make sure I don't go crazy because, again, I think I haven't even given my grade yet, so fuck you. But it's not like Harbaugh has won a Super Bowl as a head coach, and he's like barely had losing seasons ever. All those seasons are winning. So, like, when I say the scale, I want to say like, oh, well, what are higher graded scale guys look like a Sean McVay or a Andy Reid or this? Because like I can't just say 10 and then these guys are also 10. So like the scale has to be adjusted. I'm at an 8. Like, and again, I don't feel like I could go any higher than that because to the point of Mark Sacchetti, he has not won a Super Bowl. Now, that's very difficult. There's 31 losers every year, and he's had 4 whacks at the apple so far. Technically 2, if we're talking about playoffs, of actually being in the dance and having a shot. So that's fair. But damn, his worst season is 7 wins. Do you guys know how many times we've had more than 7 wins in the last 15 years? Like, I don't know, man. There are some times where we as Jet fans blow things up. I think a guy having 13 and 14, like it's not even just one season, which would be pretty cool. He's had 2 seasons of a 13-win season and a 14-win season in the history of the gosh darn New York Jets, New York Titans. That hasn't happened once. This man has had lightning strike twice in 4 years. I don't know, man. That's pretty bleeping good. But again, I do hope that Aaron Glenn is simply the guy, and this is just noise on a random July 5th episode. I hope so. As interesting as Kevin O'Connell is, the offense, the sizzle, the spectacularness, all that stuff, touchdowns and points, and his geniusness with offensive play calling, all that stuff is pretty cool. I hope Aaron Glenn's the guy, and I think that'd be a great story. And quite frankly, I feel confident that we're going to see something this year. I feel like he's learned from his mistakes. We've seen a few glimpses of that during the offseason, but the real proof will be in the pudding of the season. So I'm not, if there are anti-Aaron Glenn people here in the conversation, nothing I'm going to say is going to flip them. They're going to want to see it. So we will see it as the season gets here.
BG, so let me ask you this, because again, in your article, the deeper you get into the article, you do say that he did get extended. And to probably have to get him, we would have to trade for him.
Barring something unforeseen. So unless, to Snowball's point, right? Like, let's say Kyler is god-awful. And then if I imagine his leash is good. He's my prediction, he wins the job. No crazy take there. If he's just terrible, eventually they go to J.J. McCarthy. And I don't imagine that saving him. And at that point, does Nolan Teasley, this new Vikings GM, go, F you, Kevin O'Connell, you're fired? I doubt that because of his track record. His track record of success is so good that after 1 year, when they randomly take a swing on Kyler Murray and that doesn't work, I imagine at worst, a trade occurs. I don't think he's going to get fired. If he got fired, of course, they could just hire him. But I think at worst, it's a trade. Like, they're like, hey, man, Kevin O'Connell doesn't want to be here anymore. And we're like, all right, we will seek a trade. And Nolan's like, I want my own guy anyway, and it all works out. Yeah. With how his contract is set up, that he's under contract through 2029, to me, this would be a head coach trade situation. So
then I'm going to ask you, what would it take?
I'd give up a first-round pick for Kevin O'Connell.
See, like...
So if we had 3 number ones, I'm making all of this up. We had the 5th overall pick, the 15th overall pick, and the 25th overall pick. I'd be willing to give up 15 or 25 to get Kevin O'Connell.
And again, so this is where we're at when we go into this conversation, because there's going to be some people that are going to be like, no, I can't do it. Not a one. We need the ones to continue to keep building, blah, blah, blah.
You can make a strong case, Johnny boy, right? So like I say, I'd give up 15 or 25, and fans are like, you're an idiot. And that's totally possible. I've been called that before. But like with 3 first-round picks, you could attract, this would be your argument or someone else's argument. I have 3 number ones. I don't need to give up one of them. I can use those to attract basically any coach I want within reason that's not under contract. We could get the best one we want. I don't
Mike
have to give
Tomlin,
up one.
He's out
there.
Sure,
I believe his contract should I don't think it tolls, but I don't know for sure. I'll have to double check if that has to be a trade situation. I don't know how that works versus coaches versus players. If you just sit out the length of your deal, do you then get free? I don't know. So I'll have to look into the rules on that. But right, so potentially, let's just say Tomlin gets out of his contract. Yeah, maybe that's a play. Sure, yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like I think those are murky waters that I don't want to put this organization in. I mean,
but look at Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. Look at that trade. That trade looks like that's working out pretty well.
But that's Sean Payton. You know,
what about John Gruden? That got traded and he won a Super Bowl.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Bill Belichick, that one worked out. 6 Super Bowls. I'm just giving you 3 examples off the top of my head of where it was a rousing success.
But I would take, for a 1, I would want to give it up to like a Sean McVay. Like I would do that but that's what I'm saying.
Good to hear you would do that. So would I. Like, come on.
That's what
would be enough.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, because he's done that, and I've seen what Sean McVay's been able to do with players that are getting drafted in like the 20th round, and they were, stocking shelves at Walmart, and they end up becoming like crazy all pros and probably one of the best receivers in the leagues, best offensive weapons in the leagues. Like, so that for me, when I see those type of things, I'm like, yeah, for that, I will. I think I get your argument too, though, BG, when you're like, yo, this dude's won 14 games. This dude's won 12 games and all that, which
13 games.
Shit, I would do a lot of things for the New York Jets to have that. But I won't do that.
All right, Meatloaf.
What was your scenario, Paul, where the Jets next year have what, 5, 10, and 25?
Yeah. I think so. I think 5, 15, and 25. Yeah.
Oh, 5, 15, and 25. All right. So is Geno Smith the answer this year?
Where did the Jets? What's their pick? Is their pick 5, 10, or 25? They own all three, but which one was theirs? That answers the question. If they're at 5th, then Geno Smith was terrible. If they're at 15th, he was middle of the pack. Okay. If he's 25th, holy shit, the Jets made a playoff run. So I guess that's the scenario.
So let's say that Geno is the reason they're at 5. Okay, so we're at 5 now. So Geno's not the answer. Is Cade Klubnik the answer? Maybe we find out at the end of the season. Maybe we don't, based on us landing at 5.
Right.
What's the winning combination for any winning organization? It's head coach and quarterback, right? So if you have 5, 15, and 25, and you just said that you would trade 25 to get KOC, right? So now you're left with 5 and 15. Is 5 and 15 the winning combination to get up to 1 or 2 in the draft? Could you do it?
Potentially, but also, what about this? What if 5 is the winning combination? Look at history, and that the first whack at the pinata hasn't been the quarterback. For instance,
it's an apple. We whacked at the apple before.
Yeah.
Let's keep it consistent.
Let's whack at whatever. Okay. So let's go to 28. Let's go to 2018. Baker Mayfield, number 1 overall pick. That clearly didn't work out in Cleveland. 3rd overall pick. Sorry, folks. Sam Darnold. That didn't work out. Josh Allen, 7th overall. He was the 3rd quarterback taken. That worked out. Lamar Jackson was the 5th quarterback taken, 32nd overall. And that's just one random example. Dan Marino, 1983. He was not the first quarterback taken. He was taken after Ken O'Brien. Like, there are multiple examples throughout history where the first quarterback Drake May was 3rd overall. Jaden Daniels was 2nd overall. Like, just because you have the first shot at the quarterback, this is probably a worse example now, but the Bryce Young, CJ Stroud choice. The Panthers had the choice of anybody. They took Bryce Young. CJ Stroud went number 2. Now we will see this is a pivotal year for CJ Stroud, so we'll see if he reclaims what he once was. He's been very good in the regular season, not as good in the playoffs. But history has proven that just because you don't have the number 1 overall pick, teams mess up all the time that have the higher pick and pick the wrong guy. So maybe, and again, I don't love the complacency element of this from a perception standpoint of just saying you're at 5. You're like, yeah, I'm sure one of them will fall to us. Like, I don't love that thought process, but historically speaking, you can find your franchise quarterback even if you don't have the first attempt at a guy. So maybe 5 and 15, and you're in love with the guy, and you can use that combination. I imagine that'd be very attractive to a certain team to move up. I think that'd be enough. And you have your offensive coach to work with him, because that's the thing in theory. And this is why, who cares? Offense, defense, special teams. Here's why it eventually matters is if Aaron Glenn is spectacular, and Frank Reich's a bad example because he's so old, but if Frank Reich was younger, in theory, Frank Reich kills it. He's like, see ya, I'm going to be a go-ahead head coach for some other team. Now, Aaron Glenn and young quarterback now have to find another offensive coordinator that balances with him when success hits. We haven't experienced that, but that's what happens. If your head coach is the offensive guy, it never changes for the quarterback. The offensive play set and everything is the same forever as long as those two are linked. That's the hidden sauce that is there with the quarterback of why it would be attractive, because those two would be linked forever, hopefully, with their entire careers intertwined. That's the thing that sort of gets me there.
Enter Seth Ryan.
Yeah,
the new
that's what I was thinking.
Innovating.
I hope so.
Quarterback.
Can we get lucky? Can we get lucky with that? Can we get like Seth Ryan to emerge as like this KOC, this this offensive guru?
Well, the perfect plan is that. So Frank Reich is here for a year or two, and he just sort of steadies the ship. We're not spectacular, but he just steadies the ship. He brings us to some level of respectability. It's our crawl before we walk. And then young Padawan, Yoda, Luke Skywalker here. He's like, Seth Ryan, your time it is. And then he hands it over to Seth Ryan. And all of a sudden, Seth Ryan is our long-term offensive coordinator. And here's where, again, we talked about, like, normally it would behoove you to have your head coach have the offensive stuff. But in this special case, even though Seth Ryan is just an offensive coordinator, he has special ties to the Jets. This job matters to him more than any random guy that views it as a stepping stone to become a head coach. He could be here forever as the offensive coordinator, potentially. I have no idea. I've never spoke with Seth Ryan, so I don't know what his dreams or aspirations are, but there's a chance that he's here for a very long time. And all of a sudden, he's the guy.
We could only hope so. I really am looking forward to seeing what his contribution to the offense is this season. Yeah. They said that he was so creative with Detroit.
Right. He gets a lot of credit for that, apparently.
He does. So, yeah, give him a shot. Like, let him throw a couple of plays in the playbook and be the guy.
And just to let everybody understand what we're talking about that if Frank Reich was like, I'm stepping down, and then, I'm done.
Right, not now. For anyone that's perceiving it that way, absolutely not now.
Yeah, we're
maybe not
talking...
even next year, 2 or 3 years down the line. I imagine Frank Reich didn't come back. Maybe he came back for one more shot, push the sun back in 2026, and then I'm riding off to the sunset. Now, okay, maybe that's what he does. But I anticipate that Frank Reich's gonna, if it's a failure, he could get fired. Aaron Glenn gets fired. Everyone gets fired, and then now he's retired. But if it's halfway decent, Frank Reich could stick around for a bit, and then all of a sudden, down the line, 2 or 3 years, when Seth Ryan, sort of marinates in the sauce for a while, then he takes over. So this is not a now thing. This is if it works out. Yeah, Yoham's like 2 or 3 years. You guys are nuts. Like he's just freaking losing his bananas down there.
Well, 2 or 3 years of straight, really good. Freaking
what about Sean McVay?
Football.
He was 32 when he became the head coach of the Rams, and people were like, "Wow, this is nuts!" And look how that turned out. And I'm not saying Seth Ryan is Sean McVay, not at all. But to say this, you were in disbelief that it's even remotely possible. You guys are nuts for even considering it as a remote possibility that maybe in a couple years he can be the guy. Just to me, it's your reaction is nuts, Holmes. Honestly, but
or Seth Ryan ends up being freaking Anakin, and he comes inside
lightsabers to children,
and it just destroys everything.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, my young Padawan. And he just looks at him.
Do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Murder it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
Are you done?
Dark part.
That was pretty awesome, BG. High five.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, kaboom. Which, by the way, shout out to 600 people in the room. We have a lot of people in the room for this topic matter at hand. Shout out everybody again. Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. We're talking about the Kevin O'Connell comments. If you guys want to check out the column, jump on over from Twitter to YouTube. It's in the YouTube description down below. That's youtube.com/@BoyGreen25. While you're there, make sure you guys like the video here on YouTube. That's a free way this show gets in front of other Jet fans out in our audience, so feel free to do so, everybody. I'd appreciate it. We have 80 people here on YouTube watching the show right now, but only 35 likes. Come on now. Come on, people. For the love of everything that's holy. Let's get those likes up and also subscriptions up as well. Let's go to a YouTube super chat from the one and only EZ, who continues to reiterate, I will be at the tailgate. All right. Wow. All right, Easy's been a member for 23 months. He says, I'm not sure that Frank Reich wants to be head coach in the league again. I believe he will groom Seth Ryan, and he will be our long-term solution. Yes, I am very confident Frank Reich does not want to be a head coach in this league again because he said as much. He had the run with the Colts, which was pretty decent for him. And then Carolina was a disaster, obviously. He got to be the interim for Stanford. Yeah, from everything he has said, he did this full, you guys can go check it out, a full deep dive article with Dan Pompei of The Athletic. And yeah, he strongly indicated that he never wants to be a head coach ever again, which I think lightens a load of pressure when you come into a situation. This guy's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good doing my job. Thanks. Like that he's not coming for my job or anything. And again, that's in theory that perfectly old sage Frank Reich, that's forgotten more football than a lot of us will ever know, is able to hopefully, mold the young Seth Ryan into something. maybe he goes from passing game coordinator to something higher. Maybe there's a natural progression where it's not passing game coordinator to offensive coordinator. I don't know what the transition will be for Seth, but this is only going to benefit Seth to be around Frank, even if he doesn't become the OC. It's only going to benefit and make him better. What I am curious is Frank obviously is an old man. So he has a lot of he has a lot of things that work. He had multiple top 10 offenses in Indianapolis, but how does he mix? From all the words people are saying, it sounds like it's going beautifully. Is that old sage, and he's welcoming in these ideas. He has all these young, bright whiz kids from Stanford that are super smart, and now they've also got Seth Ryan in the mix too. So if they're doing this collaboration effort that they're all saying, then it should be magical. But we'll see. The proof will be in the pudding during the season. But appreciate that. And Easy is nearing his 2-year anniversary on the channel, which is spectacular. Thank you for all the support. Capital EZ. Beautiful.
Why do we harp on the fact that Frank Reich is old? And
what do you mean we harp?
Why do people harp on the he's
got old balls. Yeah,
he's you and the guy with the old balls, right?
Right. And the Adam Sandler line, what's he going to be doing in 5? He's got a 5-year plan. What? Not to die?
Yes, dude. That's exactly where my brain went, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think most people are harping. Well, I think. I don't harp on it for this way, but I've heard other people criticize Frank Reich for this. This dude's washed. He's over the hill. His methods are archaic. They're cryptic. Yes. It doesn't work anymore. That's why I hear age the most. To me, I see it. Maybe again, it's how people are raised. I hold the elders in high regard, that they have wisdom and that they should be cherished, and they should be senior leaders that we go to because they've seen the world, they've seen life, and I think that's really important. So not getting shoved in a retirement home. Yeah, I think they could do this. All right, Grandpa, let's get you in the room. No, for me, I think it's sage, it's experience, it's wisdom. So I hold it in a different regard. But again, that could be how we're all raised out there in the audience.
So it's a young culture, right? And you want that next young up and coming, know-it-all type of a coach.
Kid. Sure, yeah.
Right. You look at Frank Reich, but at the same time, okay, we just took Carl Dunbar, right? And I don't think
he's too old. He's too old.
I don't think he's a spring chicken either. But he's not. How old is Carl Dunbar? But the other part
59.
of that is
too old.
59. All right.
Too old.
So he's only 5 years younger than Frank Reich. But look at how people praise Carl Dunbar. He's this amazing defensive guru, right? And he can coach up people and all this crap. It's a 5-year difference. And he has said in an interview, with Eric, I think it was Eric Allen, right?
Okay.
That he has adapted his play style throughout his history of being a defensive line coach. That's how he got the Watt player and you don't see fullbacks anymore. You see a lot of, trap schemes and all. People, when you get older, you don't, maybe you forget people's names every once in a while, right? You may need a nap more often. But other than that, work-wise, you have more information. I mean,
So I agree with you guys. So on our show, right, on Jets Worldwide, we went ahead and we compared the actual assistant coordinators to the coordinators. I think the biggest problem with Frank and that a lot of people are having is they continue to keep putting what happened as a head coach in the Panthers. And I keep telling people yo, put that aside. Okay. But him as an offensive coordinator, I feel like he's done really well. And you saw the marriage that they're doing right now with, the more seasoned, I'm not going to say old because I think that's foul to say that, okay? The more seasoned coordinators that are your Carl Dunbar, your Frank, even Alfredo Roberts, okay? But then you got guys
coaches, right?
Then you got guys that are super young, the Stanford kids, you got Seth Ryan, we could keep going. And they're doing really well. Look at what Banjo is doing. Banjo's a young-minded, but guess who he was learning from? Mike Westhoff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like there's a lot. Like yesterday, I'm chilling, we're grilling, and I'm with all the more seasoned vets that are there. And they're going and talking about back in the day, their stories. And I'm just like in awe because I'm like, man, this is amazing just to hear all this stuff and just the wisdom that they're constantly trying to teach and talk to you about, man. So I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's not like he's 64 years old and then is trying to play a position on the field.
He's not playing the game, right, Johnny boy?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so, like,
I don't want to rule it out because, like, who knows what could happen this season, and we may say, "Hey, Frank, lace him up one more time." We've used multiple in the last 11 seasons. 9 of the 11 seasons, we've been forced to use at least 2 different starting quarterbacks, and as many as 4. I'm not rolling out Frank Reich. I am not ruling him out. By the way, cool shout out here. Again, we have 800 people now in the room. The numbers continue to grow. NC Green says, BJ, I have 2 tickets to the Gang Green Beach Club event. Can't go. Anyone want them for free? So we have 2 tickets available to the Gang Green Beach Club event, which I'll give a quick plug to with everybody in the room. That's coming up this Saturday, baby. I can't believe it's finally here. This is great. I can't wait. Me and Snowball are going to be there. It's going to be an awesome event. So here it is on the screen. You get a chance to meet Wayne Corbett. He will be taking pictures with fans, and he'll be there to hang out at the HQ2 Beach Club in Atlantic City. It's Saturday, July 11th. And those 2 tickets are normally $25 a piece. So that's a $50 value NC Green is giving away for free right now because he can no longer attend the event. So if any of you are interested, make sure you guys reach out or scream it in the comments. Maybe NC Green can organize it with you to try to give you those tickets. So yeah, or go to ganggreenbeachclub.com. That has all the information. So if you have questions or anything about the event, feel free to do it. Normally the tickets are $25 a pop. So NC Green is giving a pair of them away for free. So
well, I feel the same way. I was looking at it too, bro. Yeah, that's why we're so good together.
What's in Wayne's hand?
What
does it say on his name tag?
I also can't see. Yeah, I don't like it. It looks like a paper airplane, maybe.
And what's the number 80? What's the 80? Who is that in there?
I don't know.
Is that Dustin Keller?
It could be. I don't know. That's a good question. I hadn't thought about that till you guys said it. I'm not sure. This is Jake's graphic. I don't know. Crazy. I'll have to ask Jake, I guess.
All love to Jay. We're just breaking his balls right now, just to mess with him.
There you go. But also, while we have 800 plus people in the room and the numbers continue to grow, folks, jump on the raffle, baby. We're doing this throughout the entire month of July. Do you want to win 2 tickets to the Jets-Browns game, where you'll be sitting in section 118, 2 field access tickets? You will be on the field before the game. You get to see the players warm up, and 2 full tailgate passes. That's all the food that is catered by Chef Kevin Gilbert. I highly recommend you guys out there jump on the train, buy multiple raffle tickets if you want to increase your chances, and the scrolling ticker is down below. JR327 has 6 tickets. Ed Vargas has 2. Mac and Jim each have 1. That's all the people that are involved in this raffle. Again, 10 raffle tickets are on the board. It will randomly spin around on August 1st. So you have a great shot at potentially winning this thing and having a great prize pack. Get it for yourself. Be selfish. Take you and a friend to an NFL game potentially for $25. That's great. Or buy it for a friend, a family member, a Christmas gift, a birthday gift. Get early. Jets Browns. So again, 2 tickets to the game, 2 tickets to be on the field before the game, 2 tailgate passes, a $600 plus value. All you have to do is PayPal or Venmo me at BoyGreen25, BoyGreen25 with your first and last name and a good email, because if you win, I need to be able to reach out to you to let you know you won. So include that in your PayPal or Venmo. And folks, jump on the train. This is a great opportunity. And look at this.
To paradise.
That's it, baby. And look at all these memberships being reined in, which, again, YouTube is another way you guys can submit your raffle tickets. Venmo or PayPal is the best way, but I also accept it here on YouTube. So our number 1 Austrian Jets fan is gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's go. so far this month for our number one Austrian Jets fan. We appreciate it. But also, I see NC Green has gifted a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships here on the show. Go.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much for having us, and tell those Jet fans, come on, let's get it done.
Let's go. Carl McAdams, baby. Hail to the yeah.
Make sure we play like the New York Jets and not some slack team. That's what I want to see tomorrow. Do we understand what the I want to see tomorrow? Let's go to eat a damn snack.
Those slap dickin'.
Slap beep and the beep 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 up your beep. There we go. Rex Ryan is there.
Where'd they play that? That was on HBO, right?
Yeah.
So why can't they play the curses?
That's a good point. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. That is strange. 5 memberships here for NC Green. That is $15, $3 a raffle ticket, which is great. So he's $10 away from getting a ticket to potentially win that prize pack. Who are all these members? Can we get some members read out here?
Australian Jets fan went to the underrated darkness.
Australian.
That's it. The Austrian Jet fan. Yeah, down under. No, the one from Austria though. That Jets fan. Okay. This went to the underrated darkness.
Nice.
And NC Greens went to Bocephus, G Sayers,
sure.
Joey R.
Yep.
Tony 777 and Junior Rudy.
Okay, there you go. 5 raffle or $15 worth of raffle tickets going out to the audience. Again, raffle tickets this month are $25 a piece, people. So make sure I'll be sticking by my phone to make sure I see if we're getting any activity here, and I will celebrate it here on the show. So again, guys, get the raffle tickets for yourself or get it for thy neighbor, perhaps. You guys can donate the raffle tickets if you'd like as well. So again, one more plug here is we're getting nearly 1,000 people in the room. Wow, this has been a popular show so far. Appreciate that. On July 5th, hopefully you guys all had a very happy July 4th. Jets Browns, baby, $25 raffle tickets. Make sure you guys jump on the train. I have my PayPal and Venmo by me just in case new stuff is coming in. So take full advantage. There you go. That's right. So if you want field access tickets, jump on the train. And apparently Johnny Boy is our conductor. There it is. Wow.
Every time you say that, I'm gonna have to do that now, bro.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. All right, boys, you ready for the phone lines?
Choo.
What?
I don't know, bro. The coffee has officially kicked in, baby. Let's freaking have a snack.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. We're here on Sunday, July 5th, and these are the biggest numbers we've had in months. 1,000 people are currently watching this show right now on Boy Green Daily. Good Lord have mercy. It is Boy Green. It is the Jets Worldwide crew of Snowball and Johnny Boy. Let me give a quick plug for the folks over at Jets Worldwide. They just had Wesley Walker, Jets legend, on the show on Friday. youtube.com/@JetsWorldWide, all one word. So the 1,000 people that are watching across their social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, make sure you guys show your support and jump on over to @JetsWorldWide and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys show your support. That would be spectacular. What in God's green earth is that?
My daughter bought this for me.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Papa Bear. Okay, I didn't. I was very confused on what that was. So, okay,
We have
great.
to do visual descriptions of what happens for the people on the.
Yeah, the audio only. They're like what just happened. So, yeah, he had a little.
Johnny Boy has a little mask that was given to him by his daughter, and it looks like a
Papa
bear
Bear.
with sunglasses. Papa Bear.
Yeah, there you go. Very nice.
Choo.
There you go. That is going to be a thing. Everyone, continue to show your love as well. And by the way, let me give one more plug. I believe I have the handle here as well. Our YouTube channel, MC Show Digital, is nearing 1,000 subscribers. So that's the big plateau on YouTube, and that brings it to full monetization once we reach that platform. So, guys, if you're jumping on a subscribe journey, we're 51 subscribers away from 1,000. So we could definitely do that right now with 1,000 plus people in the room. YouTube.com/@MC Show Digital. Show your love there as well. All right. The phone lines are open. It's a pinned comment on YouTube.com/BoyGreen25. We'll kick it off with Hep.
Hey guys, I wanted to give you your flowers for getting Wesley Walker on the show. That was an awesome interview there.
Thanks for
I had a
calling
little
in.
technical. I had a little technical difficulties. I asked him, Paul. I asked him a few questions, but he answered the one question which was, what does he think about the current wide receivers on the New York Jets? And the first thing he said, of course, was he's mentioned Garrett Wilson, and he thinks he's a fine player. It was so funny. It was great to see that. I'm 64 too. I'm the same age as Frank Reich. Frank looks like
that old bastard.
Yeah, he looks he looks a little more grizzled than me, but maybe he's had a harder life. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, yeah, man, that was really great. I was really happy for you guys to get that Wesley Walker thing going down. And before I cut out, I just want to talk about one thing. Let's talk about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. 1776. We're talking independence. Peace out, guys.
Later, Hep.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Wow. He even dropped out himself. I didn't even have to do anything.
We know what he's performing at the next tailgate then.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, just when he said I have one thing to say, I was like, in my head, I thought it. All right, there it is. Oh, wow. Mr. Legend Famous Fulton just joined the room.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing great. We've been singing. You sound like spent, man.
Yes, I am just waking up. I had a long night last night.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
So Mr. Legend Famous Fulton, people have been quoting your song. And I'll be honest, I was driving the car yesterday. I was singing your song to myself about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. I was driving. I'm just I was just singing to the people in the car, like, what's going on here? And I'm like, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. I had another accident yesterday.
Oh, Jesus. What happened?
Well, yesterday I was at my mom's insurance.
Sure.
I was on the bounce house. It was a water slide bounce house, and I fell on the ground.
Oh.
I hurt my knee.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. It's going to be a little bruised for a couple of weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. But was it worth it for the bounce house and the slide and all that?
Yeah, it was until I got hurt and everything. So
there you go, Mr. Legend Famous Fulton. Sometimes you gotta, crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
What kind of bounce house was it, Mr. Famous Fulton?
The what?
What kind of bounce house was it?
I think it was like a water slide bounce house, I think.
Oh, water slide bounce house.
Ah,
That's
cool.
the best.
That's
All right,
awesome.
that's cool, though.
Yeah, I haven't been in one of those in a while.
Does anybody's brain go to "Welcome to my house"? We could do it wrong. No. Nope.
No. Not in the least.
Famous Fulton?
I heard it a couple of times.
Yeah, see, my man.
No, I immediately thought of Four Christmases, where Reese Witherspoon gets inside the bounce house.
This is my worst nightmare.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was it. She has a fear of bounce houses. So yeah, that immediately came to mind for sure. There's
I have a
few
crazy
movies
bounce
that have
house
that.
story.
I can't wait for that after.
No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was a whole because it was the pregnancy test, and for those who haven't seen it, it's a classic. It's classic. Anywho, Mr. Legend Famous Fulton, I hope you feel better, man. I hope you feel better. I'm sorry that you're going through all this.
That's okay, Paul. I will talk to you on Monday, tomorrow morning.
Okay, I will be here as I am every day. 7:30 in the morning, Boy Green Daily to the 1,200 people in the room. This is nuts. It's July 5th. What are people doing? Love it. All right, keep showing all the love. That is spectacular.
Hey,
all right,
BG.
yeah, sure.
Real quick
Wait, we need the bounce house story from Snowball, but go ahead, Johnny Boy. You got something to say?
Yeah, so every time you say that now, I always think about when you called into the Jake's house, or no, you were on your show and you were like, yes, I come on 2 hours after the New York Jets. This was not good. But it's that one part, bro.
Yeah.
I bust out laughing every single time. You're like, I come on every 2 hours.
Yeah, right. I was disheveled. So like the Jets, I think it was the Chargers Monday Night Football game. And so the game ends and I come because of my work, I had to come to do the postgame show 2 hours after the show. And so I had a gap of time and I did make love to my fiance during that 2-hour gap. And then I came back to do the show and I was disheveled like my hat was on sideways or something. My hair was all over the place. And yeah, Jake has that every time he introduces me now. So that will live on forever.
But it's that one part, bro. It's just that one.
The game was terrible, but the love was
wasn't.
great. No, it was not. That I was like, what game? Huh? Who? What? So no, yeah, that was the game was terrible, but the after effects certainly were not. All right, let's go to the phone lines once again. Let's go up next here. We've got EZ who's here on the show. EZ.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Gun Show, provided by EZ.
Yeah. Look at those machine guns. Boom, boom.
Oh, that's all right. Well, nice. I mean, I'm 65, so I'm even older than Hep, so I look less grizzly.
And Frank Reich. Yeah.
And Frank Reich, yeah.
Do we have tickets for the gun show, guys?
There's no guns.
Ow.
Fucking short sleeve shirt. That's all it is. But
looks cut off.
My AC/DC shirt.
Cool, man. Oh, are you making a Western?
No.
He's making it Eastern.
Easter, yeah, right. Yeah. So I'm shopping at this store yesterday, and I see this guy walking down, and he's got a fucking Jets tattoo on his arm. No other tattoos, just a Jets tattoo.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Was it Carl?
Is it Carl?
No, it wasn't Carl. It was what the hell? I'm trying to remember his name, but he just moved here, and
Jeff.
He's like, "Hey man, do you know of any places to go and hang out and watch the Jet games?" And I'm like,
My house.
And I told him about the Rally Point Pub in Cary.
Of course, yeah.
So he's all about that now. And I told him, you got to start watching Boy Green Daily. He's on every morning at 7:30.
Bob. Yeah, that's what I'm freaking talking about, EZ. Way to freaking go, EZ. Let's go.
I think you're more excited about getting another viewer than making sweet love with your girlfriend. I mean, come on now.
False.
He comes on every...
Number 44.
Woo! 44, that's me!
Get some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts.
Woo! Give me some!
I played the fifth.
That's okay. I'm sure Tatiana already knows.
No, that's for sure.
Woo! Thought of something totally inappropriate to say. Anyway,
so I told him to watch the show. He said, "When's it on?" I said, 7:30 every morning. 7 days a week, 24. 365. 7 days a week.
And you said you don't know what his name is? Or don't remember his name?
I can look it up, but if I do, it'll probably take me off a StreamYard.
Okay. Well,
His
yeah, that's
name is
fine.
Jeff.
I just
When I get off this, I will text you his name.
Okay, please, because I want to give him a shout out on the show to our brand new viewer, one of the 1,400 that are watching right now.
Yeah, we were hanging. I was shopping in the Lidl grocery store in Wake Forest.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Then you
Demon
met Jeff.
Deacons.
My name is Jeff.
Demon Deacons.
No, actually, they play out in Winston-Salem now. The school that used to be actual Wake Forest University is now a Southern Baptist Seminary.
Oh, blessed be he.
Yeah, blessed be. Yeah.
With the cemetery?
But Wake Forest now plays out in Winston-Salem.
Oh, okay. All right.
But they haven't changed the name.
Go
So
I guess it'd be inconvenient. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I gotta go pick up my Winston-Salems.
The Demon Deacons. Yeah. You know what's funny? Because we're down in the Bible Belt.
Sure.
And the football teams are the Wolf Pack.
Yeah.
You know, the Wolf Pack.
The Blue Devils.
The Blue Devils, the Tar Heels, which and they're, you know, if you want to go demonic, they're represented by a goat. The Demon Deacons, the Blue Devils.
Sure.
So it's a kind of a really eclectic choice of names.
Kind of fucked up. Yeah.
What does a demon deacon sound like?
Who the fuck knows?
It's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Yeah, like jumbo shrimp and military intelligence.
Ooh, that sounds good. I want some jumbo
Hop on
shrimp.
Pop is going to talk to you.
Yeah, Hop on Pop's going to talk to me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's probably true. Can't wait for that. That'll be great. Restaurant takeover, tailgate. Yep.
Oh yeah, we'll have some fun. It's going to be fun this year.
Sure.
I'll be prepared.
And you're going to be there.
Absolutely.
Can't
bet
wait.
on it.
Are you gonna sing "Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Happiness"?
Yeah, you're gonna work that into your next
but
set.
if Pep can figure it out, we're going to sing War Pigs and Paranoid.
Cool. That's a solid consolation if I've ever heard one.
Oh yeah.
Can you sing some Loverboy?
I don't think he's weekend.
I could do that, but then I'd have to kill you because can't leave any witnesses to me doing something so lame.
Oh, I like this easy right now.
Look, dude, I'm a fucking metalhead.
He came in with the gun
metalhead.
show and his guns are blazing.
I'm a metalhead, okay? I'm not into soft rock. I mean, I like the 70s bands, you know?
Everybody
The
deserves
70s, because, you know, I grew up with that, listening to Rod Stewart, Elton John,
whoa.
Fleetwood Mac, and all that stuff. So, I mean, that's deep in my heart. That's part of the core of what made me a music lover. But I also love Pink Floyd, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and Kiss.
Oh,
And
great.
And yes.
Detroit Rock City.
And
I was made for loving you, Easy.
That's when I stopped listening to them, like a lot of Kiss fans.
Oh.
When Gene wanted to go disco, man, I used to go to a bar down in Island Park called Speaks. It was short for Speakeasy, and Twisted Sister used to play there. And then Speaks started having roller. Yep, and then Speaks started having roller disco night. And Twisted Sister told the owner of Speaks, "We are not playing here again until you get rid of roller disco night." And he was dead serious. And they got rid of that fucking roller disco night. And then Twisted Sister came back and they had these big banners and they used to like do this whole little spiel about how disco music sucks. So
Well, I just feel like after listening to the original music video for, you know, like We're Not Going to Take It, Twisted Sister. That's the only way I could ever say it.
is that a pledge pin on your uniform? Drop and give me 20.
Yeah.
That was Niedermeyer from Niedermeyer from Animal House.
Exactly, right.
So if you look, which is funny because if you watch the little credits at the end of Animal House, it says Niedermeyer killed in Vietnam, and then underneath it says by his own troops.
And he was the maestro in Seinfeld. The maestro. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He could have been the soup Nazi.
That could have been. Yep.
Seinfeld was a great show.
Love
Man,
that.
you know, the town I grew up in is right next door to Massapequa.
Yeah?
Massa who?
I grew up in Seaford. And so
cool.
as you're heading down, going from the city out east on Long Island, you hit Freeport, then Merrick, then Baldwin. No, excuse me, Baldwin. No, Freeport, Baldwin, Merrick,
Massapequa Park,
Wantagh.
Amityville.
No, then it's Belmore, Wantagh, Seaford, Massapequa, then Massapequa Park, Copaig, Lindenhurst, and Babylon.
Lindenhurst, and Babylon.
Amityville.
On the train to Babylon.
You should get off at Babylon and take all trains east.
Hey, easy. I got a lot of really great stories about Island Park.
Island Park? Are you from like Long Beach, Island Park area?
No, I'm from Hempstead, but I used to have fun out in Island Park.
Hempstead, New York, the county seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I used to work in Hempstead at a place called Wholesome Drugs. I used to drive an unmarked van. We used to deliver drugs and supplies to drugstores.
Oh, okay. To each your own. Please.
If you've ever heard of Legend Pharmacies,
No.
Yeah, we were the supplier for the Legend Pharmacies, so we were delivering like diapers and Pampers and Similac and formula, and also, but then also we delivered like drugs, like controlled drugs and shit.
Yeah, Sniffy Jiffy. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to knock on the back door of the drugstore. Who is it? I said, Wholesome Dope.
I'm sure they appreciated that.
No, they liked me. Everyone liked me.
I see. I want to party with Easy.
Well, you will be able to. He will be at the tailgate, from what I've heard. He will be there.
Well,
so
I was 19 years old when I worked at that company.
Okay.
Did you say we're not going to take it anymore?
No, I didn't say that. But
Easy, you probably
I'm
get
tired.
speaks.
Look, I'm trying to stay. I'm trying not to be political on this show. I can be very political, but on this show, I want to leave it all about fun and sports and Jets and you guys. And I don't care what you guys' political beliefs are on this show, because this show is all about fun and football and Jets and making a little bit of fun of Boy Green
and Hulk Hogan.
Hey, did you do the weigh-in yet? Or is that tomorrow?
It's Mondays. So we'll see.
Mondays. Well, hopefully you lost maybe 5 pounds.
Hopefully so. Although I was at the ballpark last night and made some bad decisions. So
how many hot dogs?
0 hot dogs. I had a pretzel, popcorn, and French fries.
Yo, did you guys see Joey
Carbs and carbs?
Oh,
did you see Joey Chestnut put the dude in the chokehold?
In the chokehold.
That wasn't this time. That was in the past. That was an old.
My bad.
That's a lot of carbs. That's a lot of carbs, Paulie.
Yeah. That may not be good on the
way
scale
too many
tomorrow.
carbs, dude.
Popcorn is a vegetable.
Oh, great. That's good to hear.
It's a vegetable. No,
So,
I think you're being a vegetable.
So we'll see what the scale says tomorrow.
Actually, technically, corn is a fruit.
Now who's the vegetable?
Now who's the vegetable? I don't know.
We're not gonna take it.
Easy. You always keep things light.
I try to keep it light and fun and stuff. And next week we got my band rehearsal again. Hopefully, guys will all know the songs a little better.
Let's go. Appreciate
Maybe
you.
I'll record it.
Please do. We'd love to hear it. We'll play a slice of it here on the show.
Dr. Phil,
we'll slice of pie. I'll have to email you the recording so you can put it on.
Yeah, that's cool. Let me know.
You listened to the recording of me doing the Party in the Park 5 years ago, singing
I did. That was pretty
Electric Eye by Judas Priest.
Yeah, we can
do it again. The levees, and now the levees are dry.
What?
Easy, don't listen to this fool. He's an idiot.
I listen to his show, but I only listen to the guy on top of him.
Whoa. Whoa.
Johnny boy.
I had to get in my shot, dude. I had to get it in there. Come on, man. It's all good. There's nothing but love.
Well,
we're Jets fans.
It sounds like it. I don't know what else there would be room for. So Easy, you're the best, baby. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, Easy. Oh,
What's
this is more comfortable. Thank you.
We have more phone lines to get to. We have 1,800 people in the room. Good Lord have mercy. This is
Smash the like.
the most popular
Subscribe to
show.
this channel.
Yeah, please. Yes. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. That's youtube.com/@boygreen25 for all the people that are watching the show right now. This is the biggest following we've had. I think the last show that did these kind of numbers was when Tyron Smith signed with the Jets. I had already made a graphic because I had tried to speak it into existence, and I was on minutes after he signed with the Jets. We did some huge reaction show of how big this is going to be and why this is the perfect move and why we're so excited about it. We had 2,500 people in the room for that show, and that was spectacular. But yes, come on over, no matter where you're watching, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/boygreen25, baby. Come on now. Let's go. Let's jump on the train. And again, if you're interested in the topic at hand, you can always rewind the show. Yep, see, I said it again. So make sure you guys jump on it. Appreciate you.
Choo.
Lou B, Super Jets fan, joins us. Oh, beautiful view.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is my side profile, guys. I am on the road.
It's your good
so
side.
A bunch of things I want to say.
Okay.
It is, obviously.
Number one.
So, number one, I was just on the highway, and I saw a car smashed, and I run over there, and the woman's in the car, and man, the airbag was blown out, and I couldn't get her out. So thank God some other guy came, and you got to have a knife in your car because when these airbags blow, if you don't have a knife, you're not getting that thing down. I mean, she was a little messed up, but ambulance got there.
Wait a second.
Knife
You
in your
pulled
car.
over and pulled a woman out of a car?
Hell yeah, that's a normal. That's a normal day. I saw a pickup truck stop before me, and he had firefighter on his thing, but he was like, "I got to get a knife." Could not get her out. You have to have a knife because these airbags, they're like really thick, like crazy. You just got to be able to slice it, and he sliced it because she was not getting out.
Lou
So
B is a hero.
ambulance got there. Not a hero, but have to help when you see someone hurt. But having a knife in the car, key. And then this guy popped out these flares because we're on the Garden State Parkway, so you need to be careful on the side of the road, right?
Sure,
that's number one. Number two, Bob's funeral. Jet fan. He was Jet fan. He passed away. His funeral was the other day, and the priest was a Jets fan too. And priest basically said, "I think we got a really good advocate for the Jets in heaven right now." So that was a nice feeling for the priest to be a Jets fan too, and blessing Bob and bringing him to heaven. He passed away before the battle.
Sorry
and,
for your loss, Lou B. I know you've.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, man. He was a great guy, but he's definitely watching. He was a Mets-Jets fan, and
oh, geez.
Flag in front of the house, die hard. He brought me my first Jets game, but he's in heaven watching the Jets this year. So hope he makes it happen. Next, Gangrene Beach Club this Saturday. It's going to be fun, and there's a few hundred Jet fans coming. Basically, right now it's about 200. So exciting. Winker Bet and a few other invitations out there. So we'll see who shows up. But the Jets are very aware that we're doing this event. I know for a fact that they know that we're doing this, so we heard from them a little bit. With that in mind, I just want to say that this KOC thing is very interesting.
Yes.
Woody was at the Knicks games, all of them. All right. So Woody, I know you don't follow this so much, PG, but you know what happened with the coach, right? They had a coach that wasn't like terribly losing. So if what I'm saying is Woody saw what the Knicks did. They took a coach that set them up, and then they took him out, and they dropped in a coach. So in my mind, knowing that Woody and his son were at every single one of those games, all the home games, there is a possibility that they do the Knicks model because someone did it and it worked. AG can set this team up very nicely and still not be the coach moving forward. So I hope everyone's very aware of the Knicks story because that's how it went down. The Knicks won with Brown as the coach. So to me, AG might be the Thibodeau. And KOC could be the Brown. Johnny boy, what do you think about that take?
I want the Jets to do it as the Jets, and I want it to be a guy that was drafted by the New York Jets to lead us to
That's a very narrow list.
That sounds like a good story, but you saw the result last. Charlie boy.
Aaron Glenn is getting at him right now. Bam.
Yeah, exactly. But you saw the result of that. Look, I hope AG works, but even if he does well, that doesn't mean he's going to be the coach of the future. And I hope everyone understands that. Him doing well could be 7 wins. I hope he makes it to the wild card. I hope he makes it to the playoff. But him doing well does not mean that he's going to coach moving forward. What he saw with his own 2 eyes, what it means to replace a coach, winning or losing.
But it was 1 year. You know what I mean? And Lou B, you've heard me say multiple times, if it's 7 wins, if it's 8 wins, I don't care how anybody spins it. It's still a losing season to me. And it should start at 9+ every single year. I don't want losing seasons. I can't get on board to be like, if he wins 8 games, then that's in the step to the right direction. No, it's not. It's still losing. You're losing. And I don't want to do that. I want winning seasons. Winning a season that we haven't done in 11 years now, if I'm not mistaken.
You know who was winning? Leon Rose was winning the last year and this year. That's our Mougey. Leon Rose is our Mougey, period. Darren Mougey will get us to the promised land. I am convinced. I do not know if it'll be AG. I hope it is. Come on now. That would be amazing. Right? The story sounds great. I just don't know if he truly has what it takes to really go to a Super Bowl with 2 minutes left. I don't know if he's that guy. I pray we get there. But when we do get there, man, I want to win. So I don't know. I'm not convinced that he is playoff. Like, obviously, I'm not convinced that he is that strong when it comes to the real games where you really have to manage that clock and you're playing imagine we played Seattle this year in any type of game. Come on, we'd be done. So KOC is definitely somebody out there that could be a possibility for the New York Jets.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm gonna ask you this then: Signetti or KOC?
Signetti.
Oh,
hell yeah, Luby.
I like him. That guy's brilliant, man.
Where did Brown come from?
Brown,
Cleveland,
yeah, coach of the Knicks. Where did he come from?
Cleveland, wasn't he?
You guys are breaking up a little, so I'm just gonna listen.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks, Luby. His parents.
Okay. Well, then, we have KOC came from his parents too. So
we're off a good track. Mike Brown was born in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. Where was he previously to the Knicks?
He was the head coach of the Sacramento Kings for a couple of years.
Yeah. What was their record?
I
don't know. I'm asking too many questions. But...
Yeah, Light the Beam. Remember, he helped turn them around a little bit. Well, his record was, so I have it here. He was the head coach of the Kings for 2.5 years. They were 48-34, 46-36, and then he was fired when they were 13-18 that third year. So he had a very nice record.
Snowball,
relatively speaking.
Yeah.
This is how he started. He went to the Wizards, then San Antonio, then Pacers, then Cavs, Lakers, then returned back to Cleveland, Golden State, Sacramento, and then the Knicks.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, the numbers just continue to climb. We are over 2,500 people in the room. So subscribe right now to youtube.com/@boygreen25. It is the pin. It is also, if you're watching on Twitter, it's the post below the live stream you're currently watching, 2,500 people. There's a direct link, so you can just click it and jump on over. We are like absolutely killing it here. This is unbelievable. This is the most numbers I think we've ever had on a live stream in this show's history, which is going to celebrate 6 years in September. So who's on the show when that record-breaking stuff is happening? That is the Jets Worldwide crew, baby. So boom, shakalaka. Yeah.
Choo, choo.
Wow.
Hop
Can
on
you do
the
that one
Boy
more
Green train.
That's it. Can you do that one more time, Johnny Boy?
Come on, ride the train and much ride it, choo choo.
Wow. Okay, there you have it. That is quite quite a thing. Appreciate that. All right, well, everybody, keep the train rolling here as we're doing it here on the
choo. Yo, my wife is probably like, yo, what is this locomotive noise? That's
Yeah, right. What's this locomotive that keeps driving by the house? So it seems like the conductor of this train is Johnny Boy. That's for sure.
And everybody's welcome because let's get ready to run this train, baby. Choo choo.
Wow, that's amazing. We're now at 2,600 people that are watching the show. So
you're welcome. You're welcome.
I guess so. I did not know this. All right, next, C. You guys were talking about him earlier, and C has arrived. C.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
So, hey, how was it meeting EZ?
What?
He said he met you in the supermarket.
Oh, EZ met me?
Yeah,
man with the tattoo.
He didn't meet. I've never met EZ.
No,
he must have been talking about. No, never. He lives in North Carolina, right?
No, he must have been drinking that honey bourbon or whatever it was.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hey, listen, this talk of old people, man, really, I don't understand it with the, old coaches and things like that. That's called experience.
Right.
Yep.
And another thing now, 70 is the new 50.
Hell yeah, it is.
All right.
I just experienced that last night.
Hey,
Whoa.
Listen.
69? I'll tell you later.
60, I don't know. Anyway, I remember when my grandfather was in his 50s, he was like an old man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was like an old man. And now people in their 70s we're just skipping around town and, doing all kinds of shit. We're right. Man, I'm telling you, man, modern medicine has made us into young men again, young people. I was at a 4th of July party yesterday.
Shout out to the Blue
and it was really wild. Everybody there was in their 70s and 80s. It was crazy. It was crazy, man.
This kind of party?
Spring breakers.
Excuse me?
Was it this kind of party?
Yeah, it was that kind of party.
Okay.
Swinging my way around town, watching round down.
I don't think age means that much. It's individual. There's some people that are, in their 80s and they're sharp as can be, and there's some people in their 60s and they're, like just out of it. So I don't think age. I think age is how you feel in your head,
That makes sense.
Anyway, EZ was talking about Seinfeld, and that reminded me, a year ago, I was in Alaska, and I met a character from Seinfeld in Alaska.
In Alaska? Cool. Who was it?
Yes. Bizarro Jerry.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. What was he doing in Alaska?
He was on a cruise with his family, and we were on a little bit of a, I don't know what you would call it, like a hike kind of thing, and we were standing on a little kind of like an overlook, and I had my Jet hat on, and he said to me, "Hey, you're a Jet fan?" I said, "Yeah," and we started just talking, and I said, I know you from somewhere. And he said, "You know me?" He goes, "Did you ever see this movie or that movie?" I said, "No, not from a movie. I know you from somewhere." And he said, "I was on Seinfeld." I said, "Holy crap. I knew it.
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, I was Bizarro Jerry."
That is
and
funny.
So he was a real nice guy. And I saw him on the ship. throughout the whole cruise, and we took some pictures and we talked, Seinfeld and things like that. It was a lot of fun. And anyway, EZ just reminded me of that incident. And I was actually drinking coffee out of my Alaska mug too.
Oh yeah. See?
Yeah. But listen, I think I don't want to hear any more talk about speculation about other coaches.
Okay.
I believe AG is going to be the guy. He's going to turn it around this year. He learned from his mistakes. He is going to be the guy, and he's going to be there after I'm dead. So I think he's going to be there a long time. All you young guys out there are going to be watching AG when you're in your 60s and 70s.
Can't wait.
Oh,
and he'll only be and he'll be like what, 100?
Yeah, he's in his 50s, I think, right now.
Yeah, he's around like 53 years old now, but he looks like he's in pretty good shape, don't he?
For sure. Yeah, he definitely works out. Yeah.
I mean, you saw him running down the sideline.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we did.
Tiptoeing and dancing down there. I got a good feel. I got such a good feeling this year. I can't wait. I just can't wait for training camp to open. And this is going to be like the beginning of a new era. And I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to keep believing it until it's not true anymore. Yeah. So I'm excited. We got less than a month.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
And I can't believe how long I've been watching the Jets. I'm going to be 72 on the 18th.
You look great for your age.
I'm going to be 72 on the 18th, and I've been watching the Jets since I've been a late teenager.
Damn.
And I remember when I lived up in New York, and on Sundays, I used to have to go to watch. My daughter was a cheerleader, and my son played football.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to go to the watch them do their thing. And I don't know if you ever heard of this. Who's the oldest here? Who do we got? Snowball?
Yes.
You're the oldest fella on this team here?
Yeah.
I'm 59.
I used to have a little Watchman TV. It was about this big.
Okay.
It had a screen about this big. And since it was local, I used to be at that football game, and I used to be watching the Jets on a screen about 1.5 inches big in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able, and that's dedication, I think,
Yes.
Watching football on a screen this big, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And Wesley Walker, you guys had Wesley Walker. I saw some of that interview.
JetsWorldWide.
Not live, but I saw it after the fact.
It's on demand.
I've learned that you can watch these shows after they were on.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He was
and I remembered when I was living up there and I was a young guy, and I went to a basketball game where the Jets were playing the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And I met Wesley Walker, and he gave me his autograph. He was a real nice guy. And you're going to have Randy Rasmussen on, right?
Yes. His date is not locked in yet. He actually, I believe, if I am remembering my Super Bowl legends right, he still works, which is crazy.
He's an interesting guy because he was on the Super Bowl team, right?
Yes, of course. Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then he was also on the Jets in the 70s. So he had a career. He had kind of a career that went over into the 70s. And I actually met him at that same basketball game, and I got his autograph too. And
so cool.
I kind of remember talking to him, but I was trying to think. I said, man, the guy was in the Super Bowl, and then yet he was still on the Jets in the early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So his career, I don't know how long his career was, maybe, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can find that information quickly.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Let's see. He was around. Look at this. His first year was in 67, and he was there with the Jets till 81. So he was there for a very long time. 60s, 70s, and early part of the 80s. Yep.
And he's a guy that nobody really talks about when you talk about the Jets and the old timers, but I remember him well. I mean, I watched a lot of games with Randy Rasmussen playing.
Oh yeah.
He was a real Jet, and I don't think he ever played for another team. I think he retired.
No, he did not. Yeah, he played entirely with the Jets. That's correct. Yep.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, listen. So I'll let you guys go and let somebody else get on.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
And I'm not going to get up to the. I'm not going to get up to the July 11th event, but I'm
Tailgate,
still
baby.
looking forward. I'm still looking forward to the tailgate.
As are we. We can't wait to meet
I'm looking
you.
forward to meet. And I got a really good idea that I'm going to do when I get there.
Oh.
And it's not going to be anything big, but for me, it's going to be a big thing.
Okay.
And
that's meaningful.
I
to
can't
us.
wait. I can't
Let's
wait.
go.
I
See,
can't
you're the
wait
best,
to meet
baby.
Johnny Boy and Snowball.
Yeah.
Same here. Say can't wait, man. Hey, we should bring the footballs and we could toss them around and stuff.
It's always
definitely
hanging out with Carl.
Hey, listen, I can be Johnny Boy. You're still a young man. BG, you're still a young man. I'll be your honorary grandfather. How's that?
Hey, you're in. You're accepted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come in Grandpa's lap.
Take it easy, guys.
Are you gonna offer me candy? Oh,
what the blank? You guys are messed up. By the way, we have a membership that was gifted a little bit ago. Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, joins us here on the show. Hit it. Do either of you have that?
I do.
Okay, read it out.
Derek, the Kansas Jets fan, gave a coffee club membership that went to Ricky Beavers. 20.
All right, shout out to Ricky Beavers. Folks, we have 3,600 people in the room. This is the largest, biggest Boy Green Daily of all time.
So big.
Appreciate you guys. Wow, this is spectacular. So thank you. I've never had this amount of viewership at any point in this show's history, let alone on a July 5th. So this
Fireworks.
is it's amazing. So yes,
I came in like a wrecking ball.
If you have not, subscribe now to youtube.com/@boygreen25. We're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers. And quite frankly, with the 3,600 people in the room, in theory, we could do that right now. I don't know if that's going to happen, but hey, guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Again, Kevin O'Connell made some comments about Jets general manager Darren Mougey. And real quick, I can read those back out for the 3,600 people that are in the room from earlier in the show. This is what Kevin O'Connell had to say about Darren Mougey. And he was asked about him when he was on a Zoom call with the media ahead of his golf outing. He's going to be participating in the American Century Championship, which is a big charity golf event. He said most of the time, this is a direct quote, most of the time I was complimenting him on whether it was a great draft they had or how they handled some of their internal situations, getting their running back, Breece Hall, re-signed. I just think the plan that he's had has been really well thought out. It's one thing. A lot of teams put the time and energy into having as much good game planning as you can, but it's about the execution of those plans. The way Darren has gone about it doesn't surprise me. I know there's not a day Darren shows up to work that he doesn't feel prepared, and I think that's proven to be the case. He's not afraid to make difficult decisions, and I think that's because it's in alignment with the process that he has. He's attempting to execute a vision that he has for that organization. As a former Jet, Kevin O'Connell, it's always good to see the organization in good hands. They certainly have that with Darren and AG, referencing Aaron gosh darn Glenn. And of course, Kevin O'Connell is under contract with the Vikings this year. Aaron Glenn is under contract with the Jets this year. So this is not a 2026 thing, of course. But there is a seed that has been planted. It's in my story in the YouTube description down below. There is a story that is planted about the potential of next year. Does KOC and the New York Jets Is there something involved, perhaps, of something happening? Again, all of us on your screen that you're watching right now are Aaron Glenn truthers, so we hope that certainly does not happen. It would not be necessary because Aaron Glenn is doing such a kick-ass job, and we all hope that's the case. But yeah, that's it. A couple other things here. I see we have a membership shout out from NC Green, a member for over 2 years to this channel. Let's freaking go.
Wow.
It's great to hear the positive energy. Love the positive thoughts from C. Thank you, NC Green, for sharing. That's beautiful. Also, we've got fastest food reviews. Chef Kevin Gilbert jumping in the mix.
Wow.
$2 super chat here. Good morning, fellas. Great show. AG Truthing is next level. Let's go Jets. There you go. There's a $2 jump in there from Chef Kevin Gilbert. You have $7 towards our raffle this month. Again, raffle tickets are $25 a pop. I'll highlight that again in just a moment, where you guys can get a chance to win tickets to the Jets-Browns game. So good luck to all those out there in the audience. We have another super chat shout out coming in. This is from Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, member for 2 months.
Wow.
A recent new member to these parts. Appreciate you, Derek. Good morning, Boy Green, Johnny Boy, and Snowball. Love the show, guys, and go Jets. We do this show every single day at 7:30 in the morning, and then we have a Jets Worldwide takeover, of course, every weekend. So, Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, we appreciate you out there in the audience. We are now over 3,900 people in the room. These numbers are absolutely insane right now. I'm just stunned. I've just never had a show like this, and I'm just seeing the numbers just go. They just keep rising. Who knows how?
You know why, right? You know why, right?
The presence of Johnny Boy and Snowball, who just interviewed Wesley Walker on Friday.
Yes, that too. But
yeah,
it's because I'm saying choo choo and watch it go back up again, bro. Because get on the train.
Sure.
But BG, real quick.
Wait, before you do that, Johnny Boy, another membership is being gifted in. The train continues. Jared B., our moderator, gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership here on YouTube. That membership went to whom?
Haughty with Peg and Artie.
There we go. Very
That
nice.
sounded very
Okay.
naughty.
Here we go. Guys, wait a second. A super chat coming in. A $5 super chat from Philium. This is a historic program here on the channel. Hit it.
Wow.
Now over 4,000 people are watching the show right now. And Philium's $5 super chat is thank you guys for all the great guest interviews. God bless America. Boy Green Daily, Jets Worldwide, and the gosh darn New York bleeping Jets. FL Phil 98. I will put this towards your total for this month. If you end up with $25 in terms of raffle tickets, or $25 by the end of the month, you will have a raffle ticket to our big contest. This is amazing. So yes, I'll plug it one more time. Jets Browns raffle giveaway, $25 raffle tickets, 2 tickets, section 118, 2 field access tickets before the game, 2 full tailgate passes, a $25 raffle ticket. You can send it in on PayPal or Venmo at BoyGreen25 to have a chance to win these tickets. And we only have 10 entries so far throughout the month of July at BoyGreen25. PayPal or Venmo, your first and last name and your email. Good luck, everybody out there in the universe. Man, this has been a crazy show. And the one thing we haven't been able to get to yet that I need to get to, it got passed over before we go back to the phone lines. Of Snowball, you said that you have a bouncy house story.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes. All right. So many moons ago, my children were invited to a birthday party, and they went to a bounce house, like it was at a person's house. But they had a bounce house in the back.
They rented it.
Ironically enough, Johnny Boy has been saying choo choo for ages now during the show.
Yeah.
So the bounce house was a train, and it was
really okay.
So it was a long engine part of the train, and it was really windy that day. And what wound up happening was it was a huge gust of wind, and the freaking train, right? This thing lifted off the ground and like blew across the backyard, and all the kids were inside. And it was like a tumbler. They were just like floating through the air, and it was like spinning. The kids are like, like floating around, and it lands on the other side. And it was just like 1,000 parents running over to the side, like riding the train, like bringing it back up, and just peeling kids out of the bounce house. So, it's one thing to like.
Jesus.
I'm not downplaying Mr. Famous Fulton's like injury, like falling in the slippery bounce house and bruising his knee, but these were small children in a bingo hopper. It was pretty funny and pretty scary at the same time. All the kids were safe, nobody got hurt, so no children were harmed in this story.
But we can laugh about it after now.
We can laugh about it afterwards because everyone survived and there were no injuries. Yeah, it was pretty freaking.
That is that's unbelievable. Oh my God! Real quick, a $5 super sticker coming in from our number one Austrian Jets fan.
Wow.
Let's
describe
go.
The super sticker?
The love on the show.
Right, that's my dad.
Beautiful.
That's my dad there.
There you go. Appreciate that. So, Austria, we've added that to your raffle ticket total. 4,300 people in the room. Man, this is a nut show. This is a nut show. So appreciate
the super
that.
sticker says hype on it, and it's either a hype horse or a hype hippo raising its hands. So
raise the roof, baby. Raise the roof.
Jets fan.
Hey, BT, on your article, there was one piece that I did. I meant to say a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Shout out to heavy.com. The digital reporter, Paul Esden Jr. wrote this amazing article in regards to the KOC conversation that we've been talking about all day today. There was a piece that KOC did say about how Darren Mougey was able to navigate the entire Breece Hall situation.
Correct. Yeah.
And for him to say that, I wanted to ask, was that a real situation in the sense of with Breece Hall, with all was there a lot of real noise that Breece Hall was really doing out there? Because we forever in a day, especially myself, I was very critical on Breece Hall. I just wanted Breece Hall to be like, I want to be a Jet for the rest of my life, and he eventually did that. But prior to that, he was going through his emo stage.
Right.
What did you think of that when you saw that snippet, that piece of it? What did you think of it? And it snowballed you as well?
I mean, obviously, one huge point of credit anyone could give, whether it's KOC or us, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, is the potential situations that could have caused headlines for the Jets this offseason. Breece Hall, Joe Tippmann in a lesser sense, because they didn't have to do it this offseason. We thought it would make sense to be proactive about it. They've addressed. It's just been boom, boom, boom. They've just been addressing things over and over again proactively. Like Breece Hall, that one, as much as Joe Tippmann, again, it was proactive and we suggested they should. Breece Hall, they had to do something, and they tagged him to prevent him from going to free agency. There could have been a lot of extra noise. And they were, again, shortly after the draft, Darren Mougey said I would get to it. He made a little slip up with his comments, suggesting maybe he'll get to it, maybe he won't, and people lost their minds for a little bit, and then they addressed it in May. So, I think Kevin O'Connell sees that. I think all of us see that. And, again, while we can all debate, is Breece Hall a good running back? Is he a great running back? Is he a top 5 running back? Is he a top 10 running back? Is he a top 15 running back? Where he sits can be debated because he has not lived up to his potential. Is that Breece Hall's fault? Is that the team's fault? Is that both? All of that has been sort of discussed here. But I think the Jets had the cap space now to be able to get Breece. They got him on a deal that's a 3-year deal on paper, but the third year has no guaranteed money. So it's really a 2-year deal for Breece Hall. It helps them now try to win games, which is AG's goal, of course. And if they go get the young quarterback next year, which we all believe they will, Breece Hall should help whoever that young quarterback is. So we have a really good running back. And then Breece and the Jets can come back together with that third, we'll call it a dummy year, where he's not a free agent, but it gives the Jets negotiating power to try to see, do we trade him? Do we extend him? What do we do here? I think that's what's sort of feeding in here into that conversation. So, yeah, I noticed that KOC pointed that out. I was saying, hey, man, look at him being proactive. Look at that, and KOC isn't saying this level of it, but recent GMs have not been re-signing their own guys. part of that is because the players have sucked. They haven't been worth re-signing, some of them, because of that's poor drafting and poor resource allocation and things of that nature, where they didn't get those players in there. But also it is a tip of the cap of a new era and a new, sort of era, I guess, is just the best way to put it. A new era of Jets football that we're all sort of hoping for here. We have a few more items being gifted here. First off, Party with Peg and Artie gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's go. This is a historic friggin' program. Yes. All right, where'd that membership go to, boys?
Islip Jet fan.
Okay, very nice.
Long
Peg.
Island.
Yes, Party with Peg and Artie. You guys now have $3 towards our raffle this month, so thank you very much. We also have a super chat coming in from Lou B. Super Jets fan, who has a theory, a hypothesis on the amount of people that currently are in the room right now. Hit it, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
We have 4,900 people in the room, by the way, so the numbers have only continued to grow. But Luby Super Jet fan with a $5 super chat says the 3,990 out of the 4,000 people that were in the room when he sent the super chat, and it has since grown. Our fans are tuned in because they like Kevin O'Connell over Aaron Glenn. He would be Darren Mougey's first choice. KOC put it out there that this was planned. I don't know if it's planned because, again, if the Vikings are awesome, they're not going. If they're awesome this year and Kyler Murray is like an MVP candidate or something, they're going to the playoffs and doing all these wonderful things. I doubt the Vikings suddenly say, you know what we need to trade Kevin O'Connell to the Jets. So I think, quite frankly, if it's maybe this is true, people are really intrigued by the Kevin O'Connell Jets connections that exist out here in the universe. That could be possible, but I don't think it's a guarantee. If Kevin O'Connell has a really good year this year, I think this dies, unfortunately. But if he has a in the middle year, I think this goes crazy. By the way, 5,000 people in the bleeping room. It's July 5th.
Go, baby.
To all 5,000 people tuning in right now, tune into tomorrow's show where Andy Reid might be traded to the New York Jets.
Yeah,
for real.
Apparently we found the hidden sauce, I guess.
This is the magic sauce.
But let me ask you this though, right? Who hired Darren Mougey?
Aaron Glenn.
Who brought him in? Who scouted the guy? Because there was nobody out there that knew anything about Darren Mougey. But we're not going to give any kind of love to Glenn at all? Be able to do something like this move? Oh, I forgot. It's only Mougey when good moves happen, it's Mougey. But when crap happens, it's all Aaron Glenn.
By the way, you caught your home's attention with Andy Reid, baby. He says, now we're talking. I think he's close to retirement. Yeah, he's in his late 60s.
67 years old.
He can't. He's too old. Right?
Wait, what is he? Yeah, I would say late 60s. Yeah, 68. He's 68. Yeah, he's closer to retirement. That's not happening. The Jets had their shot whenever he left the Eagles. That was your chance. Whenever that was, 2012 or 2011.
And McCarthy, he's got old balls too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume he's 65, maybe 62. Okay, I overrated him. He's 62. There you go.
And in the article that you wrote, BG,
yes,
you did highlight that Jake said that he believes that KOC will be.
That was his prediction. Yeah, shout out to Jake Asman earlier this offseason. He put it out I think it was when there was the Kwesi Adolpha Mensah fire. He went ooh, there's trouble in the Barrios. Hey, I predict next year Kevin O'Connell will be the head coach of the New York Jets. So he said it went viral, and then when this recent stuff happened with the comments, he reshared that prediction, and he may be onto something. By the way, 5,400 people in the room.
Smash that hit the sub. Come on, guys.
Subscribe, kids. Come on.
For real. But I mean, but that's what I'm saying, BG. I honestly really want Aaron Glenn to do so well, so I could be the biggest asshole out there, because I will be, bro. Because
I know
it's
another
AG's first year, bro. His first year, and we're acting like this dude has been coaching the New York Jets for the last 5 years, and it's been that shitty. We haven't had a winning season in how many years already? But you bring in a fucking guy that's supposed to try to fix it in 1 year with all the crap that he had to deal with.
Yeah.
But not give him a chance to like, F it, let's just insert next coach's name. No, give the guy a chance. Let him try to do it. Okay. Are you going to be critical this season on Aaron Glenn? Yes, because now it's his real show. It's his people. I just want that.
By the way, Philliam says, do you mean you could be a bigger one than you already are?
I could definitely be a bigger one, bro. I'm like the biggest a-hole that anybody would. Dude, I'm cool. I'm chill and relaxed, but I could.
Hey, by the way, I do want to highlight this because there's another AG truther among us. His name is Ricky New York Live, who joins us along with 5,600 of our best friends from the neighborhood as the numbers continue to spike. This is it's the biggest show I've ever done before. So shout out to all the people.
Ricky, let them know. Let them know, Ricky.
Absolutely amazing, and congratulations, Paul.
Yeah. Thank you,
Johnny Snowball. Also, thank you the other night. It was crazy that I put in one entry and managed to win the raffle. And, even though I didn't keep the prize, it was awesome to win anyway.
That was a noble move, Ricky. Noble.
Yes.
What did he do? Go ahead. Tell us, Ricky.
I won the raffle and I won a helmet signed by Wesley Walker. Okay, you guys know all the names that were on
Greg
the helmet.
Buttle.
Yeah, Marty Lyons and Freeman McNeil.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And rather than keep the helmet, I gifted it to Derek, the Kansas Jet fan.
Yeah.
Derek, he's a cool dude. He gifted a membership earlier today.
And Derek absolutely flipped out when I told him, and he was like, "Oh, that Ricky New York Live, he's like the best thing since
fan for life." I hope he is.
And what was so dope about that? That Wesley Walker was like, "Yeah, look, Wesley, right?" And he was like, "Yep, that's my signature."
Yeah.
So that's
good that we got the confirmation. There he is. Look, he's in the chat right now. He said, "Thank you so much for the kind words. Love you guys, man." There you go.
Awesome. More than welcome. I've only won a couple of raffles ever, but each time I've won, I've always gifted the prize to somebody else in the community because this community is so great, man. And I appreciate everybody so much and want to be able to give back. That being said, on this topic that we're on,
let them know. Let them know.
It fully struck a nerve.
Lou B and the AG doubters that
conspiracy theorists.
Just because you replace Aaron Glenn does not guarantee success. It doesn't mean it's going to be the Knicks. That isn't a given. So, look, we all know last year was bad. We all know he made plenty of mistakes, but I do feel he's corrected them. They have changed every piece of this team. There's no part of this team that hasn't been redone in some way, shape, or form. It is a complete rebuild. I think it was yesterday on the show where somebody brought up we could do what Jaden Daniels and Washington did. Well, yeah, they had a really good first year, but then, after there's a year of film on him, it's kind of like the CJ Stroud story, etc., where once there's a year's worth of film, the road becomes a little bit tougher. And, that's not a complete team by any means. They're expecting their quarterback to be the savior and carry it. And that's like the old Jets way of doing things. We've built a complete team. And where now we used to always say, if we only had a quarterback, we could be good. But there were still holes. There were still questions. And I feel like most of those have been answered. So I think this really is set up, perfectly for whatever young quarterback, ends up coming in here. But this year, I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to surprise people. I think we're going to win more games than people expect. Like the show the other day, people saying the Jets could be a dark horse team. And yeah, man, I really believe that. I think brighter days are ahead. And listen, Aaron Glenn was a Jet. This is personal to him. Like he wants this just as bad as any of us. And I don't know that some other coach that we could bring in, it could be a money grab. It could be, various different motivations for taking this job. I mean, there's only so many head coaching jobs anyway, so it's always an attractive job. But I don't know that they would have that deep personal commitment to this, team being successful that Aaron Glenn has. And so, dude, I think he's the right guy for the job. I think we're going to get it done.
Let's go.
Brighter days are ahead. Good things are coming. We've been through pain and suffering for so long, and I think an end to it is finally right around the corner.
Hey, we've got brighter days right now. The handsome Boy Green just gifted 5 memberships to the Boy Green Coffee Club. In the audience to you.
Right on.
300 people in the gosh darn room. Come on now.
Here we go, guys.
That's awesome, man.
All right, can you guys read the 5 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club real quick? As we have Ricky Gastar, New York, live here on the show. Come on now.
Yes, we can. You want me to get it, Snowball? You got it.
I'll take the first 2, and you take the last 3.
Okay,
beautiful. I like that.
J. Reeves 3, Paul Bruno, and
Alexander Brown 5400, DJ Gene 5621, and Brunuts 4502. You guys are a member of the coffee club. Welcome.
Let's go.
Right on.
This is great. Yeah, look at this freaking
welcome
show.
new members to the coffee club, and also shout out Chef Kev, who I saw earlier in here.
Yeah, Chef Kev, he's the man. Yeah,
Chef Kev is the man. And dude, I want nothing more than to have a successful season this year, a competitive season, and I want that for everybody, for myself, my family, my friends, my fellow Jet fans. We all deserve it. Looking forward to it. Last night we celebrated episode 100, and
congratulations, man! Congratulations,
nice, Ricky.
Yeah, it was a really awesome time, and afterward it was chaotic. Like during the fireworks were so loud here that people watching were commenting about it. They could hear it. It was just so loud, and let me tell you what, my neighbors went berserk. Like the fireworks were intense. They were nonstop, and they went until like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Hell yeah!
And my animals were freaking out. So it's been a very, very long, very chaotic night. I'm still sitting at the computer since my show last night. And I work nights anyway, so I'm usually asleep during the day. So I'll probably go to bed after this show. But I wasn't able to get in yesterday, but I wanted to call in because, again, the dark horse thing yesterday, and then it kind of carries over today, talking about, dude, like, let's stop wasting our time talking about who the next coach could be. Let's worry about what we got right now. Okay?
Hell yeah.
You've got something good. And like Johnny was saying earlier, whenever they talk to Mougey, he speaks glowingly of Glenn, and the other way around. Like those two, it seems like they have a really good connection, really good communication, and I think they're executing this plan together. And it's aggravating when people keep trying to separate the two. Like Johnny said, Glenn hired Mougey. Mougey wasn't on a lot of people's radar prior to that. And listen, Mougey has done a fantastic job. He's very good at identifying guys that fit Aaron Glenn's system and bringing those guys in here. Would he be as good finding guys that fit a completely different system? Would he have that same communication with another coach to know what that guy wants? We don't know that. Like, none of those things are given. So, I don't want to start throwing all my eggs in some mystery basket. Like I want to roll with what we got right now. Mistakes were made. You learn from your mistakes. I think that he's going to make the most of this opportunity. And I think we are all going to be rewarded for it. And that's all I could ask for, man. I want each and every one of you to be happy because we've waited a long time for it, and we're overdue. Dude, that's all I have. I will touch base with you this week sometime, but yeah, man.
Hey, wait, Ricky, please give a plug to the 6,700 people in the room right now, if you'd like.
Oh my
to the Ricky New
goodness!
York Live YouTube channel.
That is absolutely amazing. Yes, Ricky New York Live right here on YouTube, and man, if you're an Aaron Glenn truther, I've been leading the charge on that since day one. You know, when we were looking for a coach.
You have.
I was like, I want Aaron Glenn. No two ways about it. For a variety of reasons. And dude, Aaron Glenn's my guy. You know, I'm like ride or die with Aaron Glenn. And I've been here all along. I haven't lost faith. I haven't lost confidence. And you know, yes, it was historically bad last year. We gave up a historic amount of points the last 5 games. But we were missing 2 of our 3 corners, our best pass rusher. We were missing Mason Taylor. We were missing Garrett Wilson. We were missing Brees Hall. Dude, you take away, you know, any NFL team, you take away their top 2 running backs, their best receiver, their best tight end, 2 of 3 corners, their best pass rusher. Any of them are going to struggle and give up a ridiculous amount of points. Like, there are factors that were beyond Aaron Glenn's control that contributed to that. Now, I'm not saying he was perfect, but I think it's unfair that as bad as it was, like, I think you have to put context to it and look at the whole thing and, you know, not just cherry pick the facts that support your argument. Like the guy deserves another chance. I look at it like he couldn't have flipped the whole roster in 1 year. That to me, this is year 1. Last year was year 0. It's a throwaway, doesn't count. But he pretty much has flipped the whole roster. And coaching mistakes were made. He stripped it down to the studs, man, and redid it. And now we have Benbar. We have Ben Bowling, who nobody's talking about, who I think is going to be huge. And we have Frank Reich, who, you know, I'm really encouraged by everything I'm hearing. And to me, every time I hear these players talk and they say, you know, I love AG, I believe in what he's trying to build. I like playing for a coach that actually played the game and sees it the same way that I do. Like those words mean something. And it's not 1 or 2 guys. It's every single guy. And you know what? They're the ones that have to go out on the field and perform. They're the ones that have to put this plan into action. And if they're all that bought in, why the hell shouldn't I be? If they're that optimistic, what gives me the right to think I know better? So yeah, man, I am looking really, really forward to this year. I think we're finally going to turn the corner, and that's all I want for all the Jets fans, man.
Damn straight,
have
man.
a great year, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. Hope to see you all again soon, and have a great day, guys.
There he is, Ricky New York Live here on the bleeping program. And I have the same thought that I see in here in the content before we go back to the phone lines. Nate Jett says, why don't any of the 6,700 people from Twitter make their way over to YouTube? It's about to hit. Wait.
Say it.
It's bumping up. It's bumping up.
Choo,
we're waiting.
choo.
It's a few. I can officially say it in a second. It's coming.
Oh my God.
We have over 7,000 people that are watching the friggin' show right now. This is nuts. This is the biggest show in Boy Green Daily history. But I agree with Nate Jets. If you're out there in the audience, 7,000 of you on a July 5th Sunday morning, which I'm very appreciative of, jump on over to YouTube. It's right there. If you're watching on your phone or your computer, jump over to another tab, youtube.com/@BoyGreen25. Join the community live every single day at 7:30 in the morning. This is insane. 7,000 people. The most I had previously ever had was 2,500 people. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, this is nuts.
If you're on Twitter, be comfortable. Watch on Twitter. But after the show, come on over.
Yeah. Or like do this. Like I know a lot of people prefer it in one sphere than another, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Jump over and hit subscribe. Even if you want to just watch it on Twitter, it helps to join the subscriber train. So please hop on over here on YouTube. That would be brilliant. So youtube.com/@BoyGreen25. I want to get to 10,000. I'm at 8,600 and change right now. I'd love to get to 10,000 subscribers. It'd be cool. We nearly have 10,000 people watching this show right now, for God's sake. So this is pretty cool. So, man, what a freaking show. This is it's unbelievable. So thank you to everyone that's gifted so far. Keep this train rolling. This is a historic show. Yes, you guys are witnessing history, as Derek against Jet fan says. Yes, like the video. That is absolutely free to do. Let's go.
Choo, choo.
Damn straight. Speaking of that train, this is a guy that rarely ever gets a call into the show, but when we creep into the 10 a.m. hour, my West Coast brother from another mother, Jet71, has entered the
Bring that
octagon
Boston accent.
with a different hat. Look at him. He's got a green hat
I've
on
had this
today.
one
Very
before.
nice.
Hey, boys, I have to tell you, I have no idea what's going on. I just put the show on, and it's not because I haven't been up. We've got some family stuff going on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Someone in hospice, but
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, it'll be okay. But anyway, so I just put it on, and I heard the chatter.
Yeah.
What is going on?
So two things here. We're talking about this Kevin O'Connell thing, which I'll refresh because there's 7,300 people watching the show right now. That's the largest show I've ever had in the history of doing this. So that's incredible. So I guess the topic is striking a lot of people that are coming in here, or they just find me handsome. Either one is apparently happening right now here on the program, and appreciate it. Long story short, Kevin O'Connell, the Minnesota Vikings head coach, is getting ready for the American Century Championship, that golf outing that Aaron Rodgers was a part of for a million years. It's a charity event. And he was doing a Zoom call with the media. And a Jets reporter must have gotten on this because I don't know why else someone would have asked him about Darren Mougey. And he waxed poetic about Darren Mougey and said he's been texting him throughout the offseason. And I'll reread the quotes. This is Kevin O'Connell about Darren Mougey, who was asked about on this Zoom call. And this is also in the article in the YouTube description down below. Also, if you guys are watching on Twitter, it's the third link down. There's the live stream, my YouTube channel, and then there's the article if you guys want to read it and see these comments for yourself. But quote, this is Kevin O'Connell. Most of the time I was complimenting Darren Mougey on whether it was a great draft they had or how they handled some of their internal situations there, getting their running back. Breece Hall re-signed. I just think that the plan that he's had has been really well thought out. It's one thing. A lot of teams put the time and energy into having as much good game planning as you can, but the execution of those plans is the difference. The way Darren has gone about it doesn't surprise me. I know there's not a day Darren shows up for work that he doesn't feel prepared, and I think that's proving to be the case. He's not afraid to make difficult decisions, and I think that's because it's in alignment with the process he has. He's attempting to execute a vision that he has for this organization. As a former Jet, Kevin O'Connell talking about himself, it's always good to see the organization in good hands. They certainly are with Darren and AG, which has sparked a lot of people going, is this a seed being planted for next year? If AG does not work out, could the Jets find a way to lure Kevin O'Connell from Minnesota to New York? He's under contract through 2029, so it would be a trade situation most likely. And he has a new GM that he doesn't have a previous relationship with. Does all that unrest and his difficulties with the contract extension to begin with and the potential of AG not working out, is this a seed being planted that a year from now we look back and go, whoa, guys, remember that? That's the topic of conversation from the article that I wrote yesterday. JetsWorldWide.
That's when I chimed in. I brought this up on the Espresso Club the other night.
Someone planted the seed.
I did say, look, even if AG wins 9 games this year, 10, and O'Connell is available, I still pull the trigger and I take O'Connell. Yeah. And that's just, I hope that that's what happens, right? I hope.
Would you give up a first-round pick to trade for Kevin O'Connell?
Yes.
As would I.
Yes.
As would I.
If that's what it's going to take, yes. And I go back to, when I chimed in, Ricky was on saying AG, he was a Jet, and I agree. So was Kevin O'Connell. Mm-hmm. Kevin O'Connell was also a Jet. And
a backup quarterback, but not drafted, right? By us?
He wasn't drafted by us, no.
He wasn't drafted, but he was in our quarterback room with, who was he?
For 3 years. Mark Brunell, Sanchez.
Right.
What was that, Snowball? What was that, Snowball? Can you say that again?
I think the Patriots drafted him.
Oh, yeah.
Patriots.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, Jet71, that mug is ugly that you have.
This is perfect, by the way. I'm getting ready for the next year. I know people are laughing at the Celtics. But anyway, The point with O'Connell,
it's got some green on it.
That's right. It's green. It's not red. It's not the Revis. It's not the Revis pay toilet.
Boom.
But anyway, I go back to the Andy Reid, and I think BG mentioned it. I feel like the Jets missed the window because they hung on to Rex that one extra year. They could have gone after Andy Reid. They didn't. And look what happened. And I think if O'Connell is available, these guys were roommates. He and Mougey were roommates in college.
And same position. So they spent a lot of time together in the quarterback room. It's not like a third string defensive tackle and a quarterback where they would have never or I'm trying to think of like a punter, like complete opposite ends of the roster where they would have never spoken, never talked. Like unfortunately, this is an unfortunate reality, right? You're in a locker room. You don't get to talk to everyone for hours upon time. So but in this case, roommates, both quarterbacks, these guys are there's some interconnectivity here.
Yeah. So I just think if you're the Jets, and if we like Mougey as much as everybody seems to like him,
sure,
then I think you go get this coach, you trade a pick for him, and now you're set, especially with all the young talent, and they have to get a quarterback. I mean, that's the last piece of the puzzle. And I like AG. I've been one of the AG. I do not dislike him. I wanted him to be hired. I agree with everybody who says, look, how much can you do with a team in 1 year? All of that. And I want them to do well. I want them to win 9-10 games.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about AG, and I hear Kyle talk about this all the time, there's just something about the innate ability someone has to manage a game. There's a feel, there's an instinct, there's something, and I think he's missing that. And I don't know if it can be taught. Maybe, but I don't know. And I would rather have a couple.
And here's the other thing I want to add in here with this entire process is that the Jets have proven that just getting the quarterback isn't enough. Sam Darnold was drafted here. We're talking about whether they're drafted here or not. He was drafted here, and the Jets failed him. He also failed himself. He wasn't perfect, but the Jets failed him. They did not surround him with enough stuff. He had to leave to find that success to go win a Super Bowl. Okay, so let's say Aaron Glenn wins 9 or 10 games. The Jets go, yeah, screw Kevin O'Connell. We're keeping Aaron Glenn. And you get the quarterback again, and he's not right for the quarterback. We know Kevin O'Connell has delivered with quarterbacks before, from all kinds of different kinds of Kirk Cousins to this guy, to this guy, to this guy. He's had success. He's been able to deliver with quarterback production in his time being the head coach. So to sacrifice a first round pick and knowing that whoever my quarterback is going to have the offensive line, the talent around him, and now the coaching element, which we did not know. We don't know currently. Maybe Frank Reich's going to be awesome. Maybe he's got many, many years left. We don't know. But we know Kevin O'Connell knows how to coach quarterbacks. He is a former quarterback. He's played at this level.
But BGC, where I would come at you with that, I would say, okay, well, he had to get guys that have already been in the league, right? He was given a really good roster. So it's Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold that, we think highly of. So why can't he do that with McCarthy? With JJ, and
well,
what
that's
he's
the
done
super
with that.
chats coming in. So let's give Ricky New York live, some love here. I appreciate the $2 super chat coming in. Hit it, Zerai Luna.
Wow.
If KOC isn't off, this guru, why did JJ McCarthy stink? Okay, I love Kevin O'Connell. The last time I checked, he's not Jesus. Okay, he can't turn, water into wine. Okay, sometimes people suck. Look at Zach Wilson. Sometimes people suck. I don't know. He got it wrong. That happens. Let me just spoiler alert. Finding quarterbacks are difficult to do. So he could be the greatest genius of all time, but he can't turn chicken salad into chicken blank or vice versa. I don't know. For me, it seems like JJ McCarthy sucks. Now, the first year was injured, so that's whatever. And at the end of the season, fantasy football people are highlighting this. I'm not. I've heard fantasy football people say, oh, look at the final 4 games of JJ McCarthy last year. The numbers, look, the analytics say this. I don't know about any of that. All I'm saying is this, is that he doesn't have a perfect batting average, and he's swung and missed. Join the line. Hey, Jets, let me list all the friggin' terrible quarterbacks we've drafted that have stunk. So I don't think so you say, yeah, Kirk Cousins looked the best he ever did with Kevin O'Connell. Yeah, Sam Darnold looked the best that he ever has. But yeah, well, I'm not so sure about JJ McCarthy. Why are we being so high and mighty from our post over here as Jet fans saying, yeah, but JJ McCarthy didn't work out? What about the things that did work out? Why don't we focus on the positive? Why don't we look at the things that have worked out with KOC?
And Jet 71, like just to kind of go off what you were saying in regards to the KOC.
By the way, 8,200 people are in the room right now watching the show, for God's sakes.
Hell yeah, let's go. Like KOC, do I like him? Yes. But I also I was not an Aaron Glenn guy in the very beginning. Okay. He won me over and what he's trying to do, and I see it. And I see that there's players that are coming out and that are saying that we're a Jet because of him. You had a guy that was an all-pro corner that could have went to anywhere he went that he wanted to go to, but chose the New York Jets because he got on the phone with Aaron Glenn and was like, Aaron Glenn is the reason why. It's 1 year that he started. He had a lot of hurdles to deal with and everything. I think that he's correcting it. But if he gives us the 9 to 10 wins, like you were saying, I'm not going to throw him away for KOC because to me, that means we have to do the whole all over again. We got to make sure these guys are fitting what KOC is going to do. It's I think more than anything, the article, which I think the article was great, BG, especially right now on what's going on with the Jets. There's really nothing like that, right? It's an intriguing conversation to have, but I think it's, KOC looking out for his, roommate from back in the day, his boy, his guy, and be like, yeah, he is dope. He's good. He is doing
So you don't
something.
think he has thought about it for an iota, that if this doesn't work out, my boy Darren Mougey's cooking over there in New York?
I think so. You wouldn't? I would love for like me and my best friend to
So you think he's thought about it?
Why would you not? I mean,
Okay, that's just all I'm asking, because the way you're saying it, you made it seem like KOC is simply just saying nice things about his roommate and has nothing to do with the Jets.
No,
I think it's both, man, if I'm being honest with you. But I
appreciate when you are.
I just think that it's we're just right now, we're just tired of losing. And we want anything that is somewhat of a shiny object. Yeah, all of us are. It's just we want the shiny object that is KOC because we want points. We want us to score. We're tired of games that are 3-6. And we're all
where's
like,
the bad part of this? You're like, yeah, all you guys want the shiny object. You want points, touchdowns,
Minnesota, New York market, completely different. Can KOC fit that?
He was in the LA market and won a Super Bowl as the offensive.
He was in LA. He was in New York. He was in Boston.
As a offensive coordinator, I've said it multiple times. A head coach and an OC, two completely different beasts.
So
somebody said it. Somebody said it before. McDaniels, great OC, right, with New England and all that, but went to somewhere else and it was dog crap.
Right, Raiders and Denver, but he didn't have the success that O'Connell has had. O'Connell, and I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I'll repeat it to the 8,600 people in the room that are watching right now, is Kevin O'Connell in his career. He's been the Vikings head coach for 4 years. 3 of the 4 years have been winning seasons. Here are his seasons: 9 wins, 13 wins, 14 wins, and 7 wins. The Jets, in their entire history as a franchise, and I'll throw in the New York Titans for shits and giggles, have only won the most amount of games ever, was 12, once in 1998. Kevin O'Connell, in 2 of the last 4 years, has won more games in the regular season than the Jets have in their entire franchise history. So, he has proven success. So, Johnny Boy, are you telling me that, sure, it was the Minnesota market, but that doesn't translate to the New York market? His 13 or 14 wins doesn't translate to what it would be in New York with this media scrutiny, is what you're saying?
Yes.
That's unbelievable. You're nuts.
You can't. I mean, the guy's been in those markets. I mean, here's the thing. You cannot compare this guy to McDaniels. The records aren't even close.
Right. McDaniels was terrible as a head coach.
I was comparing the OC to the
head
but
we're not talking about a guy coming from an OC job. We're talking about a guy who's had 3 out of 4 winning seasons as a head coach.
But you said the LA, he was an LA OC. So that's why I said
in the market. He's just been in the market before.
Is the New York market, do they go easy on the OC because he's not the head coach?
They shouldn't.
They don't. We blast him. He's the first guy in the guillotine. Is always the OC in New York.
We haven't had a offensive coordinator for 3 straight years since Brian Schottenheimer when he had it 6 straight years. Do you know why? Because of the pressure cooker of the heat that is constantly on these guys to do something.
I want to say this quick because I'm sure you have other calls. The idea that they would have to adjust after hiring, that it would throw all the progress out the window. Two things. One, it's his guy as the GM. Second, when Rex came, did we have to throw the progress out of the window, or did he take what Mangini left and took us to the AFC?
He carried the ball 100%.
Right? It's not a reset. An O'Connell hire isn't a reset. And I go back to this. I like AG. I want him to do well. Even if he does, this isn't about the shiny object. This is about which coach is the better coach. It would be like comparing Bill Walsh to Slezacek. Which one are you taking? If they're both good at the time. If they're both good. Also, not saying AG's that.
Yeah. And to your point, Johnny Boy, you're like, the head coach got to switch. What's Buffalo doing then? They just dumped Sean McDermott and brought in Joe Brady as a head coach because they believe, we'll see if they're right or wrong, that's the missing piece. Like, we've been awesome, but not awesome enough. All right, Sean McDermott, we believe you're the Knicks.
Like your Knicks. Your Knicks.
100%. That's an immediate thought that came to my head. Thibodeau. Boy, we're getting all the way here. You know,
wait. What about the Knicks again?
Off. Mike Brennan, shut up.
The Knicks, even the blind squirrel finds them that once in a while.
Exactly. And look, and they switch the head coach and immediately win the championship. So sometimes switching the coach is just, you don't need a complete reset. It's just a slight alteration to whatever you committed to is the switch. So maybe that's the switch.
Right.
It's Aaron Glenn is the unknown though. Like
there's no unknown. The guy is a winning head coach. What is unknown?
I just can't. If you're telling me that he gives me 10 wins with the New York Jets, I'm gonna be like, yo, KOC, yo, F you, Aaron Glenn, or what you just had to deal with. Come on in, bro. You're the new guy for us.
This is the NFL, man. It's the NFL. It's no different. If it's like a good player comes in, has a good season, then you go out and sign a free agent. It's too bad. I like AG, but if this guy's available, he's a better coach. That's it.
It would be a wonderful place to be in if this all happens.
Right. And of course, we have no idea what's going on.
We don't know if this is going to happen, but you know what? It's beautiful. We speak about it as though it's a coming reality, but what's going to happen?
So let me do this. Let's go around the room. For 9,000 people that are now watching this show right now on Boy Green Daily, which is insane on July 5th, I want to go around the room and you guys tell me how many wins you believe the Jets are going to have this season. We'll just go around the panel. We'll see what you guys believe the Jets are going to do. Because whatever the roster is right now on July 5th is what the roster is going to be in September, minus the 91 players going down to 53. The main characters are there. Snowball, how many wins do you believe the New York Jets are going to have? 16. I just wanted to see the looks on everyone's face. 10 wins. 10 and 7. Okay.
10 and 7.
Johnny Boy.
9 plus.
9.
9.
Okay. Thank you for multiple languages.
9.
German, Spanish. All right. Phenomenal. All right. 9 and 8. Okay. So 10 and 7, 9 and 8. Jet 71.
10. And they're going to lose, to Tennessee.
Right. That's the one that, like, you explained that on the Espresso Club. That they get to 10. Of course, 10 would be amazing. We haven't had 10 wins, of course, since 2015. We've only had one winning season in 15 years. So, like, 10 would be spectacular. I'll sign up for – if I could sign up right now, because, of course, you could have more than 10, right? You could have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't care. If I could sign up for 10 right now, and I don't – sure, Paul, you could have more. I'm not being greedy. Yep, I'll take 10 right there. Sign on the dotted line. To me, I believe I will go with the wonderful movie from Tommy Boy. Did I catch a niner in there? I will take a niner. Give me the old 9 and 8 winning season. So many things would have had to go right for that to happen in a great way. So freaking yes. 9 and 8. Aaron Glenn, Geno Smith would have had to be more like not just competent, like he. I don't know. I don't want to say MVP. He just would have had to been pretty solid all year with a couple of splashes in there where all of a sudden you're like, hey, there we go. Nice. Because that's what he did in Seattle. There were splashes where Geno was a top 10 quarterback and you're like, phenomenal. Now there's other splashes where he wasn't, but there was enough of those throughout a season consistently. You mix in the splashes of that and then just average play. And then at the end, you look at that smoothie and you dump it out into the cup. You're like, all right, there you go. And that's Geno. So, that's what we can hope for. That's what we can speak into existence, boys. Unbelievable. All right. Anything else on this topic, Jet 71? Because you're a last caller right now. So
I am. No,
yes.
I turned it on and I heard the comments, and I just think if you can upgrade, you upgrade. And I do not want people to think that I hate AG, because I do not.
Right.
This is not about that. This is about getting the better guy. And if the better guy, and I would trade one of the first round picks to get him, and I would trade the other 2 first round picks to get the quarterback.
And that's what I mean, because like, to me, I think that's the combination, is that just because like, think about it this way, because some people have been hesitant, because we talked about this earlier about, I just made up the scenario. The Jets have 3 number ones next year. Let's say it's 5, 15, and 25. I would trade 15 or 25 right now for Kevin O'Connell. And again, you would trade it next year. I would trade that. And then I figure out the rest to snowball. We were mentioning this earlier about packaging those 2 to go get the quarterback. So if we trade away 1, we still have 2. That's more. That's 1 more than the average team. And we already know that next year, only 2 teams right now have multiple firsts. It's Cleveland and it's the Jets. And Cleveland's other first rounder is the Rams. That's 31 or 32. So they have their own shitty pick and then a late first. I think the chances, like, this isn't going out on a limb, the Cowboys or Packers are not, on paper right now, are going to be as good as the Rams. So those 2 picks should be higher. So we should have 3 picks higher than whatever the Rams one is. So we should be in advantageous position just with our amount of picks, the quantity and the quality should both be better than what the Cleveland Browns have. So I think the Jets are in a driver's seat position here. So I don't think we should get a little too like, oh, I'm not sure if I'd give up a first for KOC. Yeah. You know what he is. He's spectacular. There's no guessing game like Johnny Boy was like, oh, I'm not
too those picks are there to set the franchise. And if 100%. One of them means getting a KOC, then that's what you do. They have plenty of free agent money. Don't hold on to the draft picks. Go ahead and trade all of them. Get what you need. Get a quarterback, get a coach. KOC's part of it. I'm in.
Let me ask you guys this real quick. So since we're, KOC, you have the choice between KOC or Kyle Shanahan. Who do you pick?
KOC. I'm not taking Kyle Shanahan's freaking choke ass in the playoffs. Hell no. 28-3, the overtime against the Chiefs, and he cheaped out and didn't. No. I'm going to take a KOC.
That's a little tighter for me. I hate the 20. By the way, BG, I hate the 28-3 argument. That's the most ESPN choir thing I've ever.
Oh, come on!
Listen, it's not you because I hear it so many times.
Well, Kyle, run the ball, Kyle. Don't have Matt Ryan drop back and get strip sacked by
35 points. They were winning 28-3. And the offensive coordinator is the one that takes the heat, not the guy on defense.
Hey, what was the final score of that Falcons-Patriots game?
It was like 35. Didn't they have 35? Was it 35, 33, 30 something? They were in the 30s.
So wait, so they had 28 points, and then the rest of the game they had how many? And
how
that's
many
not on the
points
offensive
you want a
coordinator?
team to score in a Super Bowl? He didn't have Joe Montana, no 55 going up.
You're not telling me the point total at the end and say, hey, look, he had 34. I'm like, oh, that would have been good enough. You're telling me
saying when a team blows a 28-3 lead, it's not the offensive coordinator's fault. It's the defensive.
All you had to do is play not to lose.
I still take KOC. But it's close. I'm a big Shanahan fan. I think he takes too much heat.
I'm Kyle
too much
Shanahan.
He's a choke artist.
I am Kyle Shanahan all day, every day. What he did with that quarterback over what KOC hasn't done.
What did KOC do with Sam Darnold?
Yes. What are you talking about?
Was it Kyle Shanahan or was it it KOC?
That's ridiculous.
Well, Kyle Shanahan wasn't on the Minnesota staff, so it wasn't him.
So Sam Darnold had a connecting flight in San Francisco before he ended up in Minnesota. You're like, got to give him a little bit of the credit. Are you nuts? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Again, did it help Sam Darnold's development? I'm sure, but I'm not giving the KOC credit for that amazing season. Without that Shanahan trip, that doesn't happen. KOC was proven before that with Kirk Cousins. It's not like a blind squirrel found the nut. He's like, oh, the Sam Darnold thing worked out. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Snowball?
It's close.
What am I? KOC
so
or
first
Shanahan?
off, it's a two-piece thing. So KOC or Shanahan?
Yeah. I gotta go with Johnny Boy on this one. I would go Shanahan.
They're just JetsWorldWide.
I think that's okay. But so now here's the question. So that the question to you, Johnny Boy, is this: let's say that situation comes up. Would you get rid of? If Shanahan shakes free,
I'm still AG.
What?
Yeah. Dude, if you're telling me that we got 10 wins from the scenario that you gave me, 10 wins.
So you don't care about the context of whatever those 10 wins were?
It doesn't matter because we haven't had it. He's broke something that hasn't happened in forever and a day, did it his way, is continuing to doing it. Right? Again, I keep going back to that. Everything that Mougey does is amazing, but everything shitty that happens with the Jets is AG's fault. But if this shit changes it around for me, dude, I want to build something that continues to keep happening. And I hope it is AG, because Jets 71, I'm on the same boat with you. We're not here saying fucking AG, we don't want him to be here. That's not just the topic of the day, the scenario and what's going on. KOC, what he's talking to us, his name. I think that it's, his boy is like, yo, that's my guy. He's doing great stuff over there with such a dysfunctional organization that the Jets has been for I don't know how long. He's able to do what he's doing right now over there. That's awesome. He is a guy that's going to be the constant. He's going to give you this, and that. All right.
Yeah, but I don't understand this comment. So Jay Reeves asked, what has KOC done without Darnold and Cousins? By the way, with the Rams, Matthew Stafford, I don't know, win the Super Bowl? So, again, if you look at and you're like, what has he done besides those? That's his career as a coach.
He has a Super Bowl
ring. It's been boom, boom, boom. He has a Super Bowl ring on his finger being the offensive coordinator for the Rams. He brought Sam Darnold back from the dead of nothing to this historic season where they had 14 wins. And then Kirk Cousins goes from this just random 4th round pick to all of a sudden he's this video game number guy who's on a million franchise tags. What do you mean? What has he done without those guys? What are you friggin' talking about, three siblings? I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, two things. I'm not saying that his stop in San Francisco didn't do anything for Donald. I'm saying that definitely changed the trajectory. But O'Connell was the one who was the
actually did it. Yes,
exactly.
I agree. Right.
And
right.
Johnny Boy, I think you're talking about two different things with the Glenn thing. It's not about not giving him credit. It's not about, oh, you've done a good job, you've done all this stuff. I think it's about, yeah, you give him credit, but you have a chance to upgrade. That's the thing. There's two different things there. And I think that's the difference. And this whole conversation, I also agree. Yeah, I think KOC is giving props to his buddy, but this is subliminally in there. If something were to happen, obviously this is a place he would want to be. We're all speculating. We have no idea. That's all I'm saying. I think that's two different things.
Would this conversation even be up for debate if the Knicks didn't do what they did?
Yes. Because it's the Jets. Yes, because the Jets haven't won a game since, they haven't been a playoff since Reagan was president, whatever it was. That's the whole point. It's the Jets. If the Jets were good, if the Jets are coming off of, 3 out of 4 years in the playoffs, no, we're not having this conversation. But that's not what it is.
And by the way, I need to give this update. On the freaking show.
Let us know. Let us know.
This is 10,000 people are watching.
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
BG
10,000. So, folks, please, for the love of God, let me pull this up here on the show so you guys can see it. My goal is to get this YouTube channel to 10,000 people, and 10,000 people by themselves right now on Sunday, July 5th are watching the show in this moment in time. We can make this happen right now. So just subscribe to the channel, folks. It's a daily Jets show. Apparently this topic has grabbed 10,000 people from whatever the hell they're doing in their lives to watch this program right now with myself, Jets Worldwide crew, and Jet 71, a member of the Espresso Club. Join us here on the show. Let's freaking go. What a crazy ass show this is. I mean, Jet 71, this is nuts.
I just turned it on into this, and then Johnny's like, call in. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah, right. And you did. Yeah, this has been Pat.
I appreciate you, Jet 71.
O'Connell is signed through 29. That's why they're going to have to trade a pick for him.
Yeah,
which I would. It's fine, no problem. I mean, they traded the pick for Parcells, and I mean, so what? Go get him.
When they won the Super Bowl, right? Who was the head coach for the Rams?
Sean McVay.
McVay.
Oh, that's right. It was Sean McVay.
Oh my God!
That's the whole point. This is what I'm saying. You got a guy who's worked with the top coaches and then went to his own team and won over 10 games for 3 out of 4 years. Like, what other coach do you think you're going to get? Bill Parcells is not walking through that door.
Aaron Glenn.
Okay, I don't see. This is the only thing. Where's Kyle? Is Kyle on this call?
Don't look for backup, Jet 71.
What's that?
I said, don't look for backup.
Okay, well, we just got some backup. Shout out to our number one Australian Jets fan who just gifted 10 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships, and he officially has a raffle ticket to our massive giveaway. Hit it. No, baby.
Who wanna fly with the
Oh boy, see, the crowd would go crazy if Kevin O'Connell said that too. Who are the 10 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club, baby?
Let's split it, Johnny. All right, I'll do 5, you do 5.
Got it.
So we got CM Dr. Carney. We got Dirt McGurts, Roy Camulden, Daniel Ruth, and John Reed.
And the rest, David Bruce 10, Jiggy Pino 1, Reng Lugo 3749, Phantom Lights X, and Mr. Rich 711. Welcome.
There you go. Let's frickin' go. So a couple of things here. First off, the 10,000 people are amazing. That's awesome. I see that we've now, Jet 71, me and you are now flip Party with Peck and Argue says, all right, I'm sold. Let's trade it first for KOC. So we've because at first I saw Party with Peck and Argue at the beginning of the show going, this is dumb, stupid. And now we flipped. And it only took 3 hours and 10,000 people to do that flip. So that's an amazing change. Go ahead, Snowball. Yes.
I'm pulling a Johnny boy here, raising my hand.
Okay.
To Yo Holmes' credit, and I hate giving Yo Holmes credit, but to his credit, he did say that trading at first is not enough for KOC. So you got to pony up something else.
But it won't be another first, right? So the first is the key piece. Go ahead and give them pick 25 or whatever we're going to get, and then whatever else they need down the line in next year's draft or whatever.
If I believe, I'll pull it up to make sure, but if off the top of my head, Sean Payton, who was traded from the Saints to the Denver Broncos, was a 1 and a 3 for a 4 or something. Like it was around the range. And he's Sean Bleepin Payton. He's won a Super Bowl. Kevin O'Connell has not. So if I'm remembering correctly, I do believe that was the Broncos Saints trade. Was like here it is. Okay, we have it right here. Here we go. Let's see if I remembered correctly or what this is. It's from ESPN. So here we go. So the Saints got a first and a second, and they gave up Sean Payton and a third. So yeah, it ends up being sort of the same
deal.
Thing. So
done.
Yeah, 100%. A first and a second for that and a third. So you switch the second and a third. That's just a pick swap. So who cares? And then it's a 1. So it's basically a 1 and then a pick swap, which moves you up 30 slots or something. Okay.
Done.
I do that.
And I won't look for backup. I like AG. I don't see the game management gene in him. I don't see that. I don't know that that's something that can be learned. That's my fear. It's the gene. I call it the gene. It's in you. It's something you can like. I can never be 6'4". I'm never gonna be the model of fitness. There's a gene. There's a gene in you, right? And it's just I don't see that he has it. That's my only fear with him. I like the guy. I think he can be a very good coach. I'm talking about a guy in O'Connell. I'm talking about a guy I think can be one of those 10-year guys that just you have a good chance to win all the time.
Yes.
That's the difference.
I agree.
That's the difference.
Okay.
Dude, and I was getting killed, okay, when I was like, I would have traded a 1 for Sean McVay. And I remember not
that
you
wasn't
guys.
wait.
I don't remember that.
When did you say this?
That was before my time.
This was
when did you say this?
This is not with you guys and all that. I said it on the show with myself and JetsWorldWide a while back before all of this.
What's a while back?
Probably even before we had AG. This is like prior to AG. And I'm like, yo.
After he had won a Super Bowl?
if I could, so there will only be a certain coaches that I would have given up a 1 for.
Who was on that list?
It was Sean McVay.
Okay.
It was Kyle Shanahan. Those are the guys that I would have done it for.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Would you add OC? Would you add KOC to that list? No.
No, I don't.
I'm
why?
Sorry.
Why?
I don't. Explain why not. Why
don't.
Not? Why?
I'm just, all I'm saying to me is this, man. I want to see I want to see the development of his quarterback. I've yet to see.
What did Sam Darnold do with anybody?
Yo, Sam Darnold had to go to multiple other teams until he got to the
how's that
points
Kevin
he's
O'Connell's
done.
fault? How's that Kevin O'Connell's fault when he eventually got him?
How many games did he win with those multiple other teams?
Not a lot.
Okay.
He won more games in Minnesota probably than he did with all.
Then he combined probably in all those places. That's probably true.
Yeah.
Come on, Johnny boy.
You got to trade it. The other thing I'll say is this: do not be fearful. Those 3 picks, if one of them's a coach and 2 of them a quarterback, we have enough money next year that they're going to add players to the team. We don't only have to use the draft. And if the team wins 9 games or 10 games like we all want and hope, and they have all this young talent and they bring in KOC and they're getting a young quarterback, people are going to want to play there. They will sign with the Jets. They'll be able to add an additional 2 or 3 players to the roster that are proven that are not draft picks. Trade the pick for the coach, trade the other 2 for the quarterback, use your money to fill in the roster, get your people, and who knows, we could finally be one of those teams that's in the mix every year.
All right, so facts are important. So I want you to confirm this, Johnny boy. I'm getting this in from Fastest Food Reviews, a.k.a. Chef Kevin Gilbert.
Wow.
He's such a dick.
He claims that Johnny boy used to say, quote, direct quote, let Brady cook. Johnny boy, your response is what?
A lot more content to just that, because I thought
Tanner.
I thought Tanner was shit.
Did you or did you not say this quote? Let Brady cook.
Yeah, let Brady cook so we could see what Tanner could do with this guy to be a serviceable backup in this. And guess what?
Where's Tanner Engstrand today?
Exactly, he's gone.
Passing game coordinator for the Falcons, I believe.
Yeah,
good luck.
Yeah, have fun over there. And all that. He got demoted like a.
So you retract the statement that you said let Brady cook.
No, I said let Brady
cook. You'll keep it out there. You refuse to retract it. I would retract it if I were you.
Yeah,
I'd retract it.
I would not know. Let him cook so we could see what type of OC is Tanner. That was my whole reasoning for this. Now, you saw it. He couldn't do shit. Brady Cook sucked. We all knew he sucked.
But we didn't all know. Apparently, you didn't.
Let him cook. He didn't cook.
I think the word cook is being taken out of context with Johnny boy. I think cook related to play. Let Brady Cook play. Let him play. Let Brady play.
I know they both have 4 letters, but I don't believe cook and play are synonyms with one another. I don't believe.
Yeah,
I mean, you're the teacher, Snowball. I don't want to step on your toes, Snowball. I know you're the teacher, so you tell me.
In Johnny's brain, I'm decoding Johnny. I'm decoding Johnny thoughts right now, and it was let him play.
That's a complicated thing to do, I imagine.
He wanted to see if Tanner Engstrand could pull a rabbit out of a hat with this undrafted free agent quarterback.
Exactly.
To me, the things that are going on Johnny Boy's head are just on The Simpsons. It's just the monkey clapping over and over again. Just that's the thing.
Hey,
exactly.
Every
30 seconds.
This mine right here with Snowball. I mean, we got how many people are watching right now?
Wait, we're about to hit a new update. It looks like in just a matter of seconds here, which I will update here in just a second, because it looks like we're about to hit 11,000 people that are watching this show right now across our social media platforms. So Twitter is where a large number of this is coming from. So appreciate that. Hey, we stream the show live in 3 different places. So this is pretty incredible. Like I said, the previous high, just to provide context for people who are still listening on the audio version or watching the show right now, the most people I've ever had on a live show before was 2,500. That we are 4 times past that number. That's math I know Johnny Boy is capable of doing. So that is
21.
Blackjack, move on.
Okay, there we go. Anywho, 11,000 people.
Johnny, question for you. And I know it's early, so I won't hold you to this.
AG.
Let's say your quarterback of choice in next year's draft. Who is it right now? And it can change. I get it. Nobody.
It, I know it ain't Arch Manning. I can tell you that
just
much.
pick a guy. Who is it?
Yeah.
Shit, man. We're
Pick anyone.
Dante Moore.
Okay, fine. So next year they draft Dante Moore.
J Carr.
Whatever. I like Carr too, but that's not the question. The question is, they draft Dante Moore. You want Kevin O'Connell or you want AG with that person?
AG, baby, all the way. I'm sticking with AG. If AG gives me 10 wins, I'm fucking staying with AG. I am not cutting it and say, let's start the wheel all over again.
That you don't have to start over. Look what Rex did.
May I speak here for a second, gentlemen? BG, Snowball, and Johnny Boy, you guys are in denial. Why do you think 10,000 people are in this room? They were like, oh my God, AG may lose his job.
It's 11,000 people.
The people have spoken, okay? That number is BG has had every title in the world on this show.
Yeah.
The numbers to be 11,000 is because there's interest in KOC. And believe me, that statement that he made sounded like a planned statement. That didn't sound like, oh, he's a great guy. That sounded very, very planned. Okay. He put out a feeler and he wanted to see what the feedback would be. And right now, the number of this show is the feedback. And Jet 71, everything he's saying, I agree with. He is exactly on point.
Wait. I don't want to be miscategorized. I don't want to. Yes, I'm on the
KOC.
Whoa. I am on the KOC side. Yes. So, I want to be, again, I said it in the tweet when I tweeted out the story yesterday.
BG right now, BG, if we can replace
I would take KOC over AG right now.
And I have not voiced my opinion yet. I have held back from saying what it is that I would say.
Can you give an answer now?
I love Aaron Glenn.
Okay,
I love him. I want him to have so much success this season. But listen, given the choice, if it's KOC or Aaron Glenn, come on, you got to be stupid not to take
Johnny Boy
O'Connell.
Well, stupid is a stupid does, baby. Because I'm staying with Glenn, bro. I am not. It's 1 year. I have no idea yet.
Okay. But wait. Okay, Johnny Boy. So let me phrase it this way. Let me rephrase Lou B's question in this. Okay. So you say we don't know what AG is. So you're telling me that there's a chance that it works and there's a chance that it doesn't. Yeah.
Yes, he gives me 10 wins. Shit.
No. Shut your hairy mouth for a second. Okay. I'm saying that you've opened the door to say that, we don't know what it's going to be. So there's a chance it's successful in your mind with AG, and there's a chance that it's a failure. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. With KOC, he's only had success outside of one season that you want to call 7-10. So be it. But 3 of the 4 years he's had success. Who is more likely to continue to have success or to have success for the first time? The guy that's already done it 3 of the last 4 years, or the guy that's never done it?
The guy's never done it in his Aaron Glenn.
That's just the stupidest.
Okay, Johnny Boy.
But we have a super chat coming in here from NC Green.
Wow.
NC Green, you're $5 away from a raffle ticket to our massive giveaway. Lou B won it last year. He could speak to it in a little bit. NC Green's $5 super chat is this. Could it be the succession of coaching experience that finally turned on the switch for Darnold? Maybe not any individual coach. And thus he's saying that, hey, it's not Kevin O'Connell. It was Sam Darnold had to go basically on this magical carpet ride from the Jets to Carolina to San Francisco to ultimately Minnesota, where this success happened. That it had to be that combination, that it wasn't Kevin O'Connell alone. We'll go around the panel. Jet 71, your reaction to this is what?
Well, he's right. It was the coaching, which means if you have the coach in your program, then he doesn't have to go to other teams. His point is well taken. It's like, yes, it was about he finally got good coaching. But if you have good coaching in your program, he can just stay there and be good. That's what I feel.
And still, KOC to me still gets the credit. He was the one that did it. So sure, do people in my thank you speech of Sam Darnold being like the MVP of the universe, like, yes, do I go and thank you to the Jets and Carolina and San Francisco? Yes. Do I give some shameless thank yous in the speech? Yes. But the number one guy is the guy that actually was able to unlock the dragon, which would be Kevin O'Connell. So come on, man. Lou B, your reaction to this is what?
Well, KOC definitely played a part in this guy's success. No,
of
no
course.
doubt. So I just have a question, Johnny Boy.
Okay.
We're in Buffalo. It's a playoff game. We're down by 9. There's
Aaron
4
Glenn.
minutes and 30 seconds.
Aaron Glenn.
You rather have Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn.
Bugging.
Aaron Glenn.
Bugging.
Yo, wasn't there a presser that Sam Darnold had, and he said that everything started to click for him a lot better when he was with the 49ers?
Yes, 100% there was. Click
so
better.
That's what I'm saying.
But he didn't do it in San Francisco. He didn't do it in San Francisco.
Everything clicked for him because of what he had with Shanahan, dude.
I don't understand why you don't give the credit to KOC.
Because he had. I'm not saying. I'm saying that.
You watched the Denver game?
Yes, I watched the Denver game.
Do you know that Glenn with the field goal, right? When he didn't know the distance of the field goal, do you think that he learned it better now after he's been in the league for so many years? These are things when it comes down to the wire that he's not good at. When the pressure is on in a playoff, we are all here because we want a Super Bowl. When the pressure is on a playoff game, I'm telling you, that's when I worry about Glenn. I want Glenn to win. I want him to win so much. And there may be a deal in place. You make it to the playoffs or you're out. Because Woody sticking with him last year was a really, really, really big sign of faith. It may be playoffs or done. He may have said, I'm getting to the playoffs. So even if he wins, has a winning season this year, he still may be out. And KOC is out there and he just put the feeler out. And the numbers of this show, no one's here because there's not 10,000 people in the room because they're all like worried about Glenn. This is a KOC sign.
And I agree with you, Luby. I just think it's that thing. It's that, in that playoff game, I just don't know if that's after something he learns. It's not like he just got dropped in the NFL yesterday. If you don't have it by now, I mean, you need it as a player. You need it as an assistant coach. You need it as a coordinator. You need it as a head coach. If he hasn't had it by now, I don't know. I just don't know. I hope, but I don't know.
John Lou B, real quick before you get at me, Jets 71. Kyle Shanahan or KOC, who are you picking?
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, it's close.
Thank you. All right, Jets 71.
Yeah, but is he an option? I mean, what are you talking about here?
Right, he can. Let's trade all 3 of our first picks because of the proven guy.
Yeah, but the point is the proven guy didn't drop a nugget saying, hey, they're doing a good job over there in New York, and my college roommate is the GM, and he's got a plan, and I like his plan. Is Kyle Shanahan saying that?
No. I
Right.
wish. It would be amazing.
Let's go back to the Dante Moore thing. All right. Let's imagine the Jets draft Dante Moore. He's not good. It doesn't work. Could happen. You want AG or you want KOC to try to pick up those pieces?
The writing is on the wall, guys. This is what it is.
Yeah, and it says Aaron Glenn brings us to the promised land because I believe in Glenn. Dude, I want Glenn to succeed. I want to give
all
him
of us
every
do.
single
In
opportunity.
theory, all of us want him to succeed.
I know you guys do. I just, again, if Glenn does it and he brings us to this point, bro, we're not even going to be talking about KOC. We're going to be like KOC.
If KOC is available, regardless of what Glenn does, you're talking about him.
Period.
100%.
I mean, you should, as an organization, it should always be a conversation.
As an organization and as us as media fans or whatever, we're 1,000% having
Glenn takes you to the AFC Championship game.
No, fire him because he didn't get you a Super Bowl. We're gonna push the damn thing.
That's what I'm looking for. I got news.
Exactly.
Super Bowl.
Yes, if that's the case, then you're like, okay.
I forgot how many.
John Harbaugh because of a kick.
When's the last time we've even gotten to sniff the playoffs?
The Ravens fired their coach because of a missed field goal. A legendary coach. A legendary coach.
And Harbaugh, we had an opportunity, and everybody was like, nope, I don't want Harbaugh because Harbaugh hasn't done shit to prove it. Blah, blah, blah. What? And I'm like, yo, this dude is won. He's known is for winning. Mike Tomlin, same shit. People are like, no, Mike Tomlin, hell no. All he's ever done is fucking win. But we're the Jets, so we don't know.
Question for Snowball.
Yeah,
Snowball.
what's up? Yeah.
Okay. If Woody decides to move on from Glenn and keep Mougey, and says to Mougey, you have one more year, who do you think he is going to want there?
Who Mougey's going to want?
Yeah. What coach would he pick? Now, it's his livelihood, too. It's his job.
Are you giving me choices, or it's just anybody out in the league?
No, I'm not. I'm talking reality of like who is out there that is not with a team that's not leaving. Like KOC
that could come realistically, right?
Like,
realistically, I mean,
yeah. So like Davis Webb, right? Like he has a Mougey connection. He could be on the list.
Yeah.
Their connection is very different, and the statement just said everything that you need to know.
I know. You have to look at Kevin O'Connell.
That guy that asked the question, he put him there. This is what these guys do. They put out a feeler. Let's see how the fan base would take it. That was a statement. That was a planned statement, guys. The guy who asked the question,
I don't know if it was planned, Luby.
It sounded very wordy.
But
it was out of the blue.
It wasn't innocuous. It wasn't something that he knew what he was saying when he said it, even if he didn't plan it.
It wasn't Coach.
Like maybe he's not happy in Minnesota.
He's definitely not happy in Minnesota.
He's had problems.
So he's saying, where am I going? I'm KOC. I'm home. I want the fuck out of here. Where am I going next? Well, I'm going to put out a statement and let's see how the fan base takes it. Let's see how they respond. Let's see what goes on. And that's exactly what he did. It's like I work in hospitality. If I'm saying, I like that other venue. That other venue's great. The manager there is great. You're putting out feelers. That's what he did.
I agree. I think this put a poll. I mean, I don't want to run your show, BG. How many people in the room put up a poll?
Okay, 1 second. I'm about to have another new.
I don't want to run your show. I mean, you got a lot of people there.
Yeah. Let's do this. We are now over 12,000 people. By the way,
12,000, baby. Did you just put up the poll? Was this more strategic than by chance? That's really the question.
I think the question is KOC or AG.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Okay, so let's put that up. Yeah.
I hope that Kyle Shanahan has some type of golfing event, and I'm gonna call in this Zoom meeting somewhere somehow.
The poll is Jets.
What's your thoughts?
KOC or AG?
What's your thoughts on Darren Mougey and the Jets? Oh, I like what they're doing over there. You want to be a Jet, don't you?
No, but he didn't just say, I like what they're doing over there. He
could have been generic. He could have been generic.
Hey, I like what the Jets are doing over there.
That was his dude. It was his guy. That was they probably banged a whole bunch of girls together from like back in the college days.
Anyway.
You know what I mean?
By the way, the poll is up. Aaron Glenn, Kevin O'Connell. Make your choice.
Yeah, let me go and who should I pick? Oh, Aaron Glenn, baby.
So the 1% is Johnny Boy. That's good to know to identify. Excellent. Okay, that's
people are getting tired.
It's 38% right now.
Yeah, okay. Wonderful.
I know people getting tired. I don't want to beat it, but I got up into this whirlwind. Johnny Boy.
Thank you.
What head coaching prospect wouldn't love 3 first-round picks and all the cap space that the Jets have,
and the talent,
your best friend in charge of the
That's also true.
You make these decisions. You want to go someplace where you know you're not going to get fucked over. Every job is you go to a place where you trust people that work there. It's all about that, especially in big business like this. You need to Darren tells them, this is how ownership operates with me. This is how it goes. This is what we're going to do. We know each other. We trust each other. That is a marriage. Now, he may be working good with Glenn, and it seems that he is. And Glenn has definitely played a big part in a lot of things that he's doing. But if Woody goes to him in a room and says, AG is out, the fucking first text phone call is like, this is when he says, hello, The KOC, pack your bags. We're going to work this trade out. And if anyone could make a trade of value and know how to trade something like that, it's Mougey.
Mougey in silence.
2 first-round picks. Sorry, question.
No,
correction.
that's too much. Sorry.
No, it would be he would only have 2 first-round picks left because he would be one of them.
No problem.
Yeah, and you trade one of them to get you trade them both up to get the quarterback, and you fill your roster with all the cap space you have.
160
million.
million.
Do with Kane Klubnik.
We have plenty of incredible players this year right now. We already have great players. You add the rest, add a good coach. The Knicks.
I cannot believe that this poll is barely Kevin O'Connell. You people are
wow.
You people are freaking nuts.
Wow.
No.
Yo.
You people are nuts. That's just...
I am a real American.
It is. Johnny Boy just got all of his kids to vote. They each have a phone.
Bam, bam, bam. Do it for America. Do it for Aaron Glenn, baby. He is America. Damn it. Let's go.
10 wins. They lose to Tennessee.
There you go. Lou B, Jet 71, you guys are the best. Appreciate you.
Glad to talk to you guys today.
See you Saturday.
Seeing you guys, man.
Good to be part of history.
See you Saturday, Lou.
Well, yes, we'll see you Saturday, Lou.
Gangrene Beach Club. Buy your tickets now. Gangrene Beach Club. Everyone
no open shoes.
Atlantic City party. Put socks on with the sandals, and you can smoke cigars there too. So we're gonna bring a box.
Oh, can we?
Beautiful.
Oh, that's good.
Great. Excellent. Thank you, Go. Lou B, you're the best. GangreneBeachClub.com for more information and also to buy your tickets. Jet 71, thanks for chiming in, man. That's the best way to put it. Wow. Sometimes you say, oh, wow, that was a pretty historic show. This certainly would be one of them. We have 12,335 people that are watching the show right now across Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Most of these are on Twitter. Let me see. I can give you the number. 12,000 of the 12,500 or something are watching on Twitter right now. Again, folks, do 2 favors for me as we're about to end this show. 3.5 hours. I can't believe we did a 3.5 hour show on July 5th. I can't believe 12,000 people are watching this show right now. This is it's incredible. Thank you, everybody, for this. This was cool. A pleasant surprise. Did not have this on the bingo card, certainly. But subscribe to 2 channels. After immediately the show, if you guys want, again, it'll be easy for you Twitter people because if you just look beneath the tweet, there's a direct link to the YouTube channel. Click it, hit subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it. We do this Jet Show every single day at 7:30 in the morning. So show your support. And then at Jets Worldwide, let me throw that one up here on the channel. There it is, at Jets Worldwide. Boom shakalaka, JWW. They just said Wesley Walker on the show. If you're looking for another great conversation, that was on Friday night. It's on demand. You guys can rewatch that right now. So Jets Worldwide, and hit up the Boy Green YouTube channel, folks. Johnny Boy and Snowball. Any final thoughts?
Subscribe to this channel. So if we are exclusively on YouTube, but Boy Green, butter his bread, and
yeah.
Come on over to YouTube and at BoyGreen25, subscribe to that channel, and then immediately come on over to at Jets Worldwide and subscribe as well. Because if you want more of this, tune in tomorrow. Because guess what? It happens again and again and again.
Yeah. That's true. Absolutely accurate information. Johnny Boy?
Yeah, and if you guys are watching this after the fact, go ahead in the comment section of Boy Green, write Aaron Glenn. Just do it. Just to piss them off.
So it wouldn't piss me off. I like Aaron Glenn.
Just to smile, I can laugh and say AG,
no matter what,
with the greater than sign, KOC. Yo, because bro, if we're in the AFC Championship,
Kevin O'Connell is leading this poll by 50. It's 52 to 48% right now.
Just to show you, man. Just to show you.
What does that show me? That shows me there's a lot of contrarians out in the audience. That's what that shows me. But
I'm just
nonetheless.
I'm just saying, BG. I'm just saying.
I'm sure if we hung on even longer, it would keep going up. We're at 12,500 people. So amazing. This is really cool. Thank you, everybody. Again, on the way out, do me 2 favors. Thank you to all the Coffee Club members or Special Club members for all the super chats and memberships. You guys were super active today. Appreciate that. This was phenomenal. And yes, Me and Snowball will see Lou B and the rest of you crazy Jet fans this Saturday at the Gang Green Beach Club event. I'll give a quick shout out. Wayne Corbet's going to be there. We still don't know what he's holding, but we do know that he will be holding photo sessions at the Gang Green Beach Club. You could go get a picture. Oh, there it is. There it is. Nice. I used to play that in school with the football. Hey, hold up the goalpost. And get that through there. So thank you, Wayne Corbett, amazing Jets fan. And like I said, over 12,500 people in the room. Thanks for supporting everybody. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channels at Jets Worldwide and here on this channel at Boy Green 25 live every single day at 7:30 in the morning. Boys,
you know what they say.
What do they say? Yeah.
Always leave them wanting more.
And apparently we will. So to the nearly 13,000 now watching the show, we will leave you wanting more. I'm sure we could just keep doing this for the rest of the 24-hour cam, and who knows what numbers we'll go up to. But this is, in fact, the largest show in Boy Green Daily history. Amazing, and appreciate everybody out there in the audience. So, Johnny Boy Snowball, this was real.
It was.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't fake.
That's for sure. Was not fake. I was taking screenshots throughout the show of like, oh my God, can you believe it? 3,000. Oh my God, 4,000. Can you believe it? To show you guys the truth. And I'll show you these numbers after. These were nuts.
Did you take a screenshot of this?
Choo choo. Actually, sure. Let me get another one in there. Go ahead. Give us another choo choo. No, now not available. I see.
Did you take a screenshot while Carr was on the screen?
Ooh, I don't think so.
You should have.
Man, I love footballs.
Thanks, everybody. God bless. Enjoy your Sunday. We'll see you next time.
USA,
Happy birthday, America.